Everybody, welcome to Ray Fisher Stadium. Evan Anderson alongside Ryan Murphy covering Michigan baseball as they prepare to take on the Bowling Green Falcons. You're listening to WCBN Sports. We've got a good day for baseball here in Ann Arbor. Beautiful weather, nice and partly sunny, partly cloudy. Michigan coming off of a loss against Miami yesterday. Ryan, what did you see in that game?
It was a tough loss for the Wolverines yesterday. They decided to cancel their game against Dayton to play Miami for some better competition. Ended up taking the loss 12-10. It was just a rough day for the pitchers. They ended up throwing 7 out there yesterday. Looking forward for today. You're going to need Grant Bradley to have a strong outing on the bump for the Wolverines.
Yes, that's definitely going to be huge, especially since you said, Michigan had to use a lot of pitchers yesterday against Miami. It's going to be imperative for Grant to go deep into this game to limit the bullpen arm usage. Yeah, it was a little bit of a slugfest out there. I mean, Michigan jumped out to an early lead. Um, Early in the first inning, they had 3 runs on 4 hits, and then Miami answered back with 3 home runs in the second to tie it, and then two runs in the third and 4 in the fourth. So Miami definitely answered back nicely there. A couple other storylines from that game. Um, Cade Ladahoff was a triple shy of the cycle. That would have been awesome to see. Colby Turner scored twice, hit a home run in the sixth, 2 RBIs in the ninth. He's extended his hitting streak to 20 games, and his scoring streak is to 17 games. So in a second here, we'll do who's what player you're looking at for both teams, and I can kind of already say that mine's going to be Colby Turner. Um, we can go ahead and read the lineups right now for both teams. For the Bowling Green Falcons, leading off and playing catcher is Lance Vickers. Batting second and playing second base, Sam Seidel. Batting third, the DH, Andrew DeLodovico. Batting fourth, the first baseman, Anthony Mitta. Batting fifth, the left fielder, TJ Tekatz. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Zach Horkey. Batting seventh, the third baseman, Vinny Salvioni. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Carter Motis. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Griffin Scheiderer. And on the mound for the Falcons is going to be Luke Kraus.
For the Wolverines, it's going to be Colby Turner in the leadoff spot, the second baseman. Batting second will be Noah Miller, the catcher. Braden Jeffries will be batting third, the third baseman, and then in the cleanup spot, it's going to be Cade Ladahoff at the first base position. Evan Hager's batting sixth, the center fielder, and then, Hager batting fifth, and it's June Sung Park batting sixth, the DH. Josh Campbell will be batting seventh, the left fielder. Greg Pace batting eighth, the right fielder, and finally, Drew Culbertson, the shortstop, will be batting ninth. And then on the bump today for the Wolverines, it's going to be Grant Bradley.
Yeah, definitely looking again at Brent Bradley to have a good game here. Michigan on the bubble right now for the NCAA tournament on the outside looking, and that's the whole reason that they decided to play Miami instead of Dayton. In hopes of improving their RPI. So this is a must-win game here, and especially with the arms. Obviously, to win this game, we're going to need Grant Bradley to go deep, but also to have arms that are going to be ready for the weekend series against Washington, because from here on out, all these games are really must-win for Michigan if they want to try and make the NCAA tournament without having to get an auto bid from the winning the Big Ten tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. The Wolverines just started to get some great momentum over the weekend with that sweep of Northwestern, their first Big Ten sweep of the year, but then tough loss yesterday at Miami. So today they're going to need to bounce back big with a win and then get ready to win as many of
Yep.
these final 4 Big Ten series as you can.
And although these teams have not yet played this season, there's a lot of common opponents between these two teams. And Michigan has played a lot of the MAC conference. Obviously Miami most recently, but also Western Michigan and Eastern Michigan and Toledo. So there is some similarities here in the schedule, which favors, and many of those matchups favors Michigan in terms of Michigan has beat several teams that Bowling Green has failed to beat. Now I'll ask for both teams, who's going to be your player to watch for both these games?
For the Falcons, Bowling Green, I'm going to go with the first baseman, Anthony Mitta. Batting 328 on the season, having a good season. He's a redshirt senior, so looking to end his career with a bang. Maybe one more win against a Power 5 opponent. Bowling Green did just pick up their first win over a power opponent in a couple years over Ohio State earlier in the season.
Hmm.
Then for the Wolverines, I'm looking at Evan Hager, center fielder. He's been having a great year, the transfer from Alabama, batting just under 300. He's been a timely hitter for the Wolverines this year. You're going to look to keep it up. today.
Yeah, for the Falcons, I'm looking at Lance Vickers, the catcher today for the Falcons. On the season he's hitting 299, so let's just say 300. But in non-conference games, he's hitting closer to 360. So obviously this being a non-conference game, he seems to step up to the competition. Furthermore, he's really good with runners in scoring position. 353, and that's something that they can potentially leverage on against Michigan pitchers, as Grant Bradley and others. If they get runners on base, from a walk or what be it. He's good with runners in scoring position. For the Wolverines, I'm looking at Junsun Park. He's been hot as of late, and I think this is a good opportunity for him to keep that streak going and put the Wolverines in a position to win.
Yeah, Park hasn't been able to play as many games this season, just 8 out of the 40, but he has been playing very well since his return.
Yep, for sure. Michigan Wolverines taking the field now as the umpires are still discussing at home plate. Umpires for today is going to be home plate is Mark Hennewald, first base Chad Logan, second base Andy Joseph, and third base Josh McNally. And like we said before, conditions today, beautiful day. That's pretty much all you can say on the scout reports. 75, sunny, minimal wind. Wind should not play a factor for any balls hit out into the outfield.
Absolutely perfect day for baseball. The boys couldn't ask for much better
No,
weather
could not.
today.
Again, I was saying before the broadcast, I almost wish I was down in the stands watching the game as a fan out in the sun, but super excited to be here back in the booth with you.
Absolutely. Looking forward to a big game from these Wolverines. Get back on track after yesterday.
And leading off for the Falcons, the man I said I was looking at for the Falcons, Lance Vickers. Again, batting 299 on the season, but steps up to competition when he plays in out-of-conference games, hitting 360.
Also, the starting catcher for the Falcons.
Yep.
Not often you see catcher batting in the leadoff spot.
You don't often see a catcher bat in leadoff spot. You don't often see a ton of contact-oriented catchers either, so he's definitely an anomaly here. Michigan sitting at the beginning of this at this game coming into it 10-8 in the Big Ten, and I had the record here. Oh, thank you. 24-16. Appreciate it. I knew I saw it somewhere. Could not find it. Bowling Green sitting at 15-23. Obviously for the Michigan Wolverines, it's going to be a really big, important game here to try and get another streak going.
Yep, especially try and get some of that momentum going into these Final Four Big Ten series against Washington, then at Maryland after that, and wrapping up the season at Minnesota and versus Ohio State.
Yep. Tracy Smith, obviously the head coach for the Wolverines. For the Falcons, it's going to be Kyle Halleck, sixth season at the helm of the Falcons, 124 and 136 overall. He was the 2024 MAC regular season champ and MAC Coach of the Year, and he was the former pitching coach for the Falcons, which shows this team has been a pretty pitching-dominated team of late. They're on pace right now to smash the program record for strikeouts for a third year in a row. So they just keep the staff here for the Bowling Green Falcons just keeps one-upping themselves. As Vickers is now going to step into the box for his first at-bat and the first at-bat of the game. Bradley looks in, and here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. Fastball, low.
Great way to set the tone from Grant Bradley right there, just pumping a fastball in the zone right by him.
And here's the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be fastball. Was looking to grab the outside of the plate. Could not get it. 1-1 now.
Just missed a spot right there, but a strong start from Bradley going 92 and 93 right off the rip.
Lance Vickers from Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania. And here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on, grounded, foul to third base. Braden Jeffries was in hot pursuit, but out of his reach. As we'll have a 1-2 count in a second.
Another fastball there from Bradley. Tries to throw something off speed here, get a little swing and miss. The 1-2 count.
Yep. Grant Bradley been a solid arm for the Wolverines this season. Definitely took a step forward. And here's the 1-2. That's going to be swung on, tipped, and Noah Miller behind the dish could not hold on. Tough play to make as a catcher. And we'll do the 1-2 again. Bradley sent at a 3.45 ERA. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be swung on. This time hit sharply to Braden Jeffries. He could not handle as it took an interesting hop on him. He will gather, and that'll be an E6, E5, pardon.
Definitely a tough play for Jeffries there at third base. That one was hit hard. It's got away from him a little bit.
And a rare leadoff batter on against Grant Bradley. Grant Bradley's numbers against leadoff hitters are very good. And although that won't count as a hit, it will be a base runner. As we now have runner on first, no outs here in the top of the first.
Wolverines putting a big shift on for Sam Seidel.
Yeah, Braden Jeffries, the only one left on the left side of the infield, and he's still playing closer to third base. And here's the 0-0. That's going to be in there for a strike, another first pitch strike for Bradley.
Bradley just staying consistent, all fastballs so far through 5 pitches.
Lance Vickers careful on the base paths. Again, he's a catcher, but he's 5 for 5 on stolen bases, 100% stolen base percentage. So that, again, is something unique. And here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on and flied extremely high into the air. It's going to be staying in the infield, though. Colby Turner will camp under it at the edge and the outfield grass, and he will make the catch and retire the first out of this inning.
Shift definitely paid off there.
Yes, it did.
Pretty routine play, but of course to the right side of the infield, pulled by Seidel right there, and a nice easy catch.
Andrew DeLodovico now the batter for the Falcons. He's hitting 283 on the season, 791 OPS. As Bradley looks in and delivers. That's going to be in there for a strike. This time off speed caught the top of the zone there. 3 first pitch strikes in a row for Bradley. Very efficient. And here's the 0-1. That's going to be swung on fouled. Michigan dugout. 0-2 pitch here in a second. DeLovico, another guy on this Falcons lineup who plays up to the competition when it comes to out-of-conference games, hitting 393 in non-conference games with 3 home runs and a 714 slugging. Also noted that he's a high hit-by-pitch machine. And here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be fouled on. That's going to be out of the stadium because it was fouled straight back with the 0-2 again.
Grant Bradley definitely been pounding the strike zone so far today. Only 1 ball.
Yep.
Really trying to attack these Bowling Green hitters so far.
Yep. Make him put it in play. Pitch outs. Bolivico had a 2 home run game at Canisius earlier this season and has multiple multi-hit games. So he's looking to add another one to the stat sheet. And here's the 0-2. That's going to be swung on, fouled again, straight back. Bolivico is on it time-wise. That was an off-speed high that he fouled back.
Almost fouled back to the exact same spot as the previous pitch.
And it was almost an identical pitch. So you have to assume that he's going to mix it up with something else here. Those are 2 off-speeds. See if he goes for a fastball or something.
Might change the eye level for sure.
1 out, top of the first. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to hit him. Just as I was saying earlier, the man is a hit-by-pitch machine. And that is going to be the first 2 batters that Bradley faces are on base now for the Falcons.
Absolutely great call from you right there, Evan. Just an off-speed, flipped his elbow on the inside corner, and it's going to be 2 on for the Falcons.
Yep, and that's going to bring up Anthony Mitta, the first baseman. He's hitting 328 on the season, your player that you were looking at the beginning. 886 OPS, 504 slugging. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be ball 1, low and away.
Wolverines probably going to be looking for a ground ball here, trying to get a double play, get out of this inning.
It's going to be hard, though, with me to. He's over his last 13 games, he's hitting 479, 23 hits, 11 RBIs, 561 on base in that stretch. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside for a ball. 2-0 now is the count to Mitta. As we have runners on first and second here in the top of the first. Nobody out.
1 out.
Sorry, 1 out. Thank you.
Play would end the inning here. Wolverines definitely looking for a ground ball.
That ball's fouled off straight back. Attack the zone again. Something to be said here with Bradley. Goes down 2-0 in a count and giving up 2 base runners, but he's still attacking the zone, going at these Falcons hitters, and that's what you want to see out of your pitcher.
Absolutely, just trying to get that fastball in the zone. Hitters have looked a little behind so far.
For sure. And here's that 2-1. That's going to be in there for a strike, just as you were saying. Another fastball attacking the zone as Bradley evens the count now.
Great location right there, top left corner of the zone, outside and high.
Yep.
Definitely a tough pitch to hit right there for Mida.
As he waits for the 2-2. Bradley delivers. That's going to be swung on and missed. Bradley's first strikeout of the game comes in a big spot with runners on first and second, as we will now have 2 outs here in the top of the first. Big strikeout for Grant Bradley.
Absolutely great pitch right there from Bradley. Blew it by him at 94 miles per hour. After going down 2-0 in the count, came back with three straight fastballs in the zone, able to retire Mida.
Let's bring up TJ Takats and 217 on the season. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. Another first pitch strike for Bradley. It's going to be 0-1 now as TJ Takats steps back into the box. He's had 3 RBI games multiple times so far this season. Looking to add another one. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be swung on and tipped as we'll go to 0-2 in just a moment.
Again, just 2 straight fastballs to start off the count. For Bradley getting up 0-2. Pretty impressive what he's done so far, staying in the zone, getting ahead on these runners. Looking for one more strikeout and the inning here.
TJ Takats Jr. from Rochester Hills, Michigan. The few non-Ohio natives on this team. Making my board, and almost every single person, at least position players, are from Ohio on this Bowling Green roster. As he waits for the 0-2, and here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on, fouled, out of play towards Yost Ice Arena, where I saw they're doing a bunch of construction there for when we had that the storm rip away some of the roof.
Pretty crazy tornado here in Ann Arbor.
Yeah, did not expect to see that during my time here.
Absolutely.
0-2 again. Bradley comes set. Kicks and delivers. That's going to be in there for strike 3. Backdoor slider. Caught Takats looking. There's going to be 2 strikeouts in the inning for Bradley, and both came in huge spots with runners in first and second.
Absolutely. Runners on first and second with 1 out, and then he got behind 2-0 to Anthony Mida, but kept attacking that zone. Was able to absolutely freeze Takats right there with the off speed. Got him looking.
Yes, beautiful pitch there. I mean, yeah, Takats just completely frozen on that backdoor slider. Caught just started in the right-handed batter's box, but was able to catch the plate at the end there. It's being backwards K for Grant Bradley. 2 up for Michigan now is the top of the order, obviously. Colby Turner, Noah Miller, and Braden Jeffries. Right-handed, and then left. All 3 of them hitting 300.
Absolutely. Colby Turner, as you mentioned earlier today, batting .398. He's been having a monster season, starting every game but one.
Yes, sir.
And probably the best hitter on Michigan so far, leading the team in home runs and batting average. Nice season from him so far. We'll see what he does leading off today.
Yep. And on the mound for the Falcons, Luke Kraus, 8.02 ERA, has 1 win, no losses, 21 innings pitched. He's been a senior guy on this staff, obviously a senior from Ohio. He's been a veteran lefty on this pitching staff that's been used in some key spots here. Experience, throws a lot of strikes, and he's able to manage contact. He doesn't get the highest amount of strikeouts, but he can manage through that contact. And again, Bowling Green has been a little bit more of a pitching-minded team in these past couple seasons.
You mentioned the Falcons breaking their program record 3 years in a row for strikeouts, but Kraus going to look more for some weak contact.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit different of a profile as a pitcher, but rounds out the staff nicely, especially with his veteran presence. And uses his lefty frame quite well, too.
Wolverines had a big day at the plate yesterday, putting up those 10 runs.
Just unfortunately got outslugged They put a good effort in the, I believe it was the bottom of the eighth, or no, sorry, it would have been the top of the eighth or top of the ninth, I believe, that try and score some runs late, try and get back in the game, but ended up falling just short. So they're going to looking to slug a little bit more here today.
There's 2 runs in the top of the ninth for the Wolverines
Yes.
yesterday.
Okay. Yeah.
See if they continue keeping those bats hot. In the first inning yesterday, they put up 3 as well. So definitely going to want to start off hot today. Can't afford another loss like they did yesterday. So
Yep. Colby Turner. Again, they hit 398 on the season, 371 as a leadoff hitter in an inning, has a whopping 677 slugging and a 1.13 OPS. He's been absurd this season.
leading the team in home runs, RBIs, even stolen bases and average.
Mr. Does it all. And here's the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be a off speed down for a ball. 1-0. As we are in the bottom of the first now, you're listening to WCBN Sports. Still 0-0 the score.
Cross took no time right there on the first pitch. Seems like as soon as Turner got in the box, he was winding up, but all of a sudden we got a little.
I was going to say, ironically, I noticed that too, and then ironically, extended period of time for the second pitch. Looks like we might have a pitch comm issue. So they're going to get that sorted out. Bringing out a new pitch comm, it seems. Oh, never mind.
Not quite sure what's going on here, but it's like Krause is heading back up to the mound.
I don't think that would count as a mound visit, but
Just a little technology issue.
and in this day age of baseball with all the pitch comms and stuff, that's something that would not have had to deal with 5-6 years ago. And here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. 1-1. Yeah, he's definitely going quicker.
Oh, yeah.
His delivery is quite quick, and as soon as Colby Turner's in there ready, he's pitching.
Yep.
Here's the 1-1. That's going to be off speed low for a ball. 2-1 now.
Looks like that one just missed the zone low. Good take from Colby Turner.
Yep, breaking ball could not quite. Broke a little bit too much, you could say. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be swung on and hit sharply into center field, and that's going to be a leadoff single for Colby Turner as Carter Motis collects it and throws it in. And Colby Turner pounces on Krause to get the first hit of this game.
Yeah, that one was absolutely ripped right up the middle. Colby Turner just continues his amazing season at the plate right there.
Yep, and that's going to be 21 games now for a hitting streak. Kid's on a tear. It's going to bring up now for the Wolverines Noah Miller, the catcher, for today, hitting 301. And here's the 0-0. That's going to be fastball outside for a ball. 1-0 now.
Interesting battle of the catchers here, batting first and second, both hitting around 300. As you said, don't see many contact-oriented catchers, but we got 2 today.
Here's the 1-0. That's going to be another fastball outside. 2-0 now. Noah Miller also hitting 327 with runners in scoring position, so another guy that you want when you got runners on base. Colby Turner has 9 stolen bases on the season, 3 caught stealing. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be swung on sharply right to the second baseman in Sam Seidel, as he'll make a nice jump to make the out. And Colby Turner will stay on first.
Seen the first 2 batters for the Wolverines just pound a line drive right up the middle. That time, the second baseman, Sam Seidel, was waiting for the Falcons. Right to him, made a little jump.
Yep, that was a nice play. I mean, the shift, clearly they read the scouting report because he didn't have to move anywhere laterally, just straight up.
Absolutely.
As now up to bat for the Wolverines, it's going to be Braden Jeffries, the third baseman. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be swung on and hit sharply into left field. Left fielder is nicely there to make the test. As TJ Takats, as Braden Jeffries tried to go the opposite way. I thought it was a little bit harder off the bat, but TJ Takats only had to range to his right near the foul line to make that catch.
Ended up floating up a little bit up there in left field.
Yep.
Cat's able to come over and make the play.
As that'll be 2 outs now here in the bottom of the first after Colby Turner's leadoff single. Now Cade Ladahoff as a pickoff attempt to first. Too late.
Not sure if Turner is going to be able to move over there at first base with Krause being.
Yeah, with the lefty. It's tough. Cade Ladahoff playing first base tonight. Started off playing DH this season, now transitioned to first a little bit. And here's the pitch. That's going to be a check swing swung on, as we'll have 0-1.
Off speed got Ladahoff to bite right there. He knew it as soon as he check
Yep.
swung. Pitch was way inside, but got him off.
Tried to pull back, but couldn't quite get it. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on and dribbled foul towards the Michigan dugout as well. 0-2 in a second. Ladahoff hitting 261 on the season. 333 with runners on base and 326 with 2 outs. So not a bad spot here for Ladahoff. There's 0-2 from Kraus. That's going to be breaking ball stepped in there. Colby Turner advances on the block there by that was Lance Vickers. A little bit of a wild pitch. Nice block by Vickers to keep it in front, but good dirt ball read from Colby Turner to take an extra base. As now there's a runner in scoring position for Cade Ladahoff.
For sure, great awareness from Colby Turner right there. The ball didn't get all the way to the backstop, but just able to get a good jump on it and slide into second safely.
As well, runner on second now. 1-2, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be breaking ball low for a ball. 2-2 now. And yeah, you were saying how it was going to be tough for him to steal a base with a lefty up, but that's what you got to do. If it's going to be tough for you to steal a base, you need to have a good dirt ball read, and he did exactly that. Puts himself in scoring position where Ladahoff hits 268. Here's the pitch. That's going to be dribbled down the line, foul. As we'll do 2-2 again.
Every base matters here for the Wolverines and almost a must-win game.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to make the tournament. So great play from Colby Turner to be able to advance the second. Let's see if Ladahoff can a base hit and maybe knock him in.
Yep. As Kraus comes set. Takes a look over at Turner. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on into center field. Coming in is Carter Motis as he will camp under it easily and make the catch. As we head to the top of the second, 0-0 is the score.
Job from Luke Kraus right there. After the leadoff single is able to retire the next 3 batters. And like you said, even though Bowling Green is a strikeout-heavy team, Kraus is not as much played into more of that weak contact, and you saw it there with 3 lineouts.
Yeah, exactly. It showed great resilience there to give up the leadoff runner, but then you pitched to contact 3 times. It's exactly what you want.
Wolverine's going to be looking for some harder contact later today.
Yep.
Try and continue going down the middle or get something in the gaps for a couple extra base hits.
Due up here for the Falcons, Zach Horkey, Vinny Salvioni, and Carter Motis. Righty, lefty.
Saw Bradley get those 2 strikeouts to end the top of the first inning. See if he continues with that momentum.
Yep.
Going into the second.
Zach Horkey was leading off today. He had 5 RBIs against Akron, multiple home run games this year. He has 5+ multi-hit efforts. So he's a guy has some pop, but also the ability to change the game with his contact hitting. So definitely he's been a little bit streaky so far this season, but a pretty dangerous middle of the order hitter.
Another redshirt senior for the Falcons.
Yep.
See that experience as a career winding to an end.
Yeah, I'm hitting 239 this season. Big guy too, 6'4", 230, from Blissfield, Michigan. As he steps into the box, waits for Bradley to engage the mound. And here's the 0-0 from Bradley. Fastball swung on, chopper to Culbertson at short. He makes the play nicely, throws over to first. Close play as Horkey was hustling down the line, but retired in time. Nice play there by Culbertson.
Ended up being a very close play at first, but good throw from Culbertson and a good stretch from Ladahoff.
Yep.
Able to get 1 pitch, 1 out for the Wolverines. Great start for Bradley.
Cannot be more efficient than that.
Said we need him to have a good day on the mound, try and go deep into this game. That's what you want to see if you're the Wolverines.
As that'll bring up Vinny Salvioni now. And here's the 0-0. It's going to be fastball low and away. 1-0 now. And especially, he threw 21 pitches in that first inning alone, so definitely want to have a little bit more of an efficient inning this time around. And here's the 1-0 from Bradley. That's going to be swung on and hit deep into left center field. Pace going, or sorry, that's Campbell going back, but the play is going to be nicely made there by Evan Hager on the warning track in left center field.
Definitely a little bit of a scare for the Wolverines there as Hager and Campbell both just kept running back, but eventually catch was made by Hager on the warning track right there. It's 2 outs and 3 pitches for the Wolverines.
I initially thought Campbell was going to get there first, but Evan Hager looked like he might have gotten a better jump on it and caught him off late, caught it on the warning track. As here's the 0-0 pitch. Up to bat now for the Falcons. Carter Motis, the center fielder, called his name a couple times in that first inning. And 206 on the season. He's at 256 in non-conference contests. And here's the 0-1 from Bradley. It's going to be fastball low and away for ball 1.
Still continuing into the second inning, you see Bradley pounding those fastballs in the zone for the most part. Got some contact so far for those first 2 outs.
Yep. And the 1-1 from Bradley. It's going to be fastball low and inside. 2-1 now. As we have 2 outs here in the top of the second. Still 0-0 ball game. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and hit sharply foul into the parking lot. Quite early on that one. As we'll have a 2-2 pitch on the way in a moment.
We saw Motis absolutely turn on that fastball inside, ripping a line drive into the parking lot. Looks like he's definitely on the fastball right now. We'll see what Bradley decides to do.
Yep. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be swung on fouled over the press box and out of play. And we'll do it again.
Try to go off speed high there, catch him off balance.
Yep.
Motis able to foul it off.
Motis is a pretty contact first hitter, works a lot of counts, and that's what we're seeing right now as he's getting deep into this count. And here's the 2-2 from Bradley. That's going to be swung on fouled again. This time straight back.
Comes the 7th pitch of the at-bat for Motis and Bradley. Bradley definitely going to be looking to get out of this inning 1, 2, 3. Pretty efficient so far up until this at-bat.
And Bradley delivers. That's going to be swung on again, hit foul down the first baseline this time. And we will do the 2-2 pitch for what seems like the millionth time.
At another inside pitch, Motis turned on, fouled down the first base line.
As Motis settles back into the box, Grant Bradley on the mound. Wind up and the pitch. That's going to be swung on, hit sharply up the middle, and that's going to drop for a single as Culbertson could not quite get his glove there. Evan Hager collects in center. That's going to be 2-out knock for Carter Motis.
Yeah, great at bat there from the center fielder. Motis was able to foul a couple off and then rip one down the middle, just out of the reach of Culbertson at shortstop.
And that's going to bring up the freshman, Griffin Schreiderer. Great on-base ability in out-of-conference games. It's a 404 non-conference on-base percentage. Runner on first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be hit. Dribble right back to Bradley as he collects nicely with his glove. Tosses it over to Ladahoff, and we will head to the bottom of the second. Still tied 0-0.
No harm done on that single with 2 outs. Bradley able to make a nice play there at the mound.
Yep.
A little bit of a quicker inning there other than the 1 at bat from Motis.
Nice PFP to end it there too. And due up here for the Wolverines is going to be Evan Hager, Junsun Park, and Josh Campbell. Hager and Campbell we've talked about earlier on that play in left center field as they get their first at-bats of the afternoon. As Kraus comes back out on the mound after an efficient first inning, again giving up a leadoff single but then retiring the next 3 batters. His pitch counts up to 14 after 1 inning, not bad at all.
As you said earlier, Junsun Park has been hot as of late. These games that he's been playing. See if he can give the Wolverines a spark here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, he will be up to bat second in this inning. one of the lone international players on this Michigan lineup from Seoul. He was a IMG Gold Glove and top hitter winner at IMG. But before we reach him, we'll go to Evan Hager, center fielder for today's contest. Transferred from Houston and Alabama. Houston last season, where he played in 39 games. 2024 was with Bama. And he's the son of former Michigan pitcher Greg Hager.
Definitely having a breakout year this year, first year at
Yes,
Michigan.
sir.
He's played in 36 games, batting just below 300.
Just barely. Hit here would probably get him into that 300 range. And here's the pitch from Kraus. Breaking ball low for ball one.
Cross has just barely been missing on a couple of these breaking balls low. Just missing his spot. Wolverines have had great discipline so far.
And here's the 1-0. Hager shows bunt. Once it takes a bounce and it goes straight into the air, and Hager's going to reach safely on that bunt. Interesting bunt there. I almost thought he popped it up for a second, but it bounced straight off his bat and almost 10, 12 feet in the air, and there's no chance you're catching Hager.
Yeah, it ended up being a great bunt right there from Evan Hager. A little unconventional.
Yeah.
Usually you see him roll down the line a little bit or kind of die, and that one just popped right up.
Yeah, and again, when the ball's in the air for that long, you're not going to catch Hager once you feel that. And Vickers made a nice attempt there, but Hager was safe pretty easily as Michigan gets their second leadoff hitter in a row on base. Brings up Junsun Park as he takes the first pitch, breaking ball inside. 1-0 now. Junsun Park hitting .333 with runners on base. .294 on the season. Another guy just barely under 300. And here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on in line into right field. That's going to be another hit for Park. Hager goes to second, holds up there as that was Zach Horkew collects the ball in right field. Nice inside-out approach there from Park as he drives a single into right field.
Great start to the bottom of the second so far for the Wolverines. Two of the guys we pointed out at the
Yes,
beginning,
sir.
and Hager
Yes,
and
sir.
Park. Very hard hit right there from Park, line drive. Hager not able to advance to third because in part of how hard that was hit, and then the right fielder was playing a little in for Bowling Green.
Brings up Josh Campbell, left fielder for today's contest. Oh, else. Here's the 0-0. He shows bunt, gets a bunt down to the right side, collected nicely by Kraus as he will retire Campbell. That'll advance both runners to second and third. Way to do a job there, Josh Campbell.
Wolverines playing some small ball as they have all season.
Yes.
Works out great here as they have second and third with one out with Greg Pace coming up to bat.
Great job there by Josh Campbell. As, yes, like you said, brings up Greg Pace, the right fielder for today's game. He's hitting .306 with runners in scoring position. And here's the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be low for ball one. One out here in the bottom of the second. Big opportunity for the Wolverines to open up the scoring here.
Pace with 17 RBIs on the season, looking to add 2 more with a base hit here.
Here's the 1-0. That's going to be a fastball outside, caught the edge of the zone. 1-1.
Absolutely switched eye levels on him right there. Went down and inside on the first pitch and then outside and up. There to get Pace looking.
Here's the 1-1. That's going to be a breaking ball in there for a strike. 1-2 now.
Almost the same spot as the previous fastball right there. Got him on the outside corner.
And Kraus delivers the 1-2. That's going to be swung on fouled by Greg Pace as he tries to stay alive in this at-bat with runners in scoring position.
Hardly stayed alive right there. We saw Carter Motis do for the Falcons, and then he ended up getting a base hit. We'll see if
the 1-2. That's going to be upstairs for a ball, 2-2, as he works a good count. Yeah, exactly like you were saying.
Pace can get a big early base hit right here to put the Wolverines up.
Greg Pace Jr., longtime Wolverine. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be low for a ball. Another change up there in the dirt. 3-2 now. as Greg Pace looks to open up this scoring.
Saw he almost bit on that off speed right there. Was able to hold it off, work it to a full count.
Here's the 3-2. That's going to be outside for a ball. And Greg Pace will head to first as we will load the bases here in the bottom of the second with one out. Looks like Lance Vickers thought that might have been a strike on that pitch.
I wonder if Greg Pace dropping his bat and starting to head to first so early kind of influenced the
It does. No,
umpire there.
it definitely did. It definitely plays a role.
That was not a big miss
No,
at all from Luke
very
Kraus.
close, but great eye there by Greg Pace Jr.
That was a great at bat to load the bases.
Brings up Drew Culbertson here. Here's the 0-0 from Kraus. That's going to be inside for a ball. Almost hit him. Dangerous pitch there as we have a 1-0.
Yeah, Culbertson is not crowding the plate as much as some of the other players we've seen that easily could have hit him.
Yep. Here's the 1-0. They're going to peel down to first base on the check swing. They're going to say he did not go. We'll have a 2-0 count here in a moment. Hold up there by Culbertson.
Big jam for the Falcons early right here. Gonna need a big pitch here. Can't go down 3-0 with the bases loaded.
Absolutely not. Could not have said it better myself. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. It's almost like he was listening.
Absolutely, just pumped that one right down the middle. Culbertson ended up taking it.
Yep.
Get back in this count here for Kraus.
As we'll have a 2-1 here as Kraus comes set. Culbertson looks. Here's the pitch. Drew Culbertson lays down a bunt. They're going to shovel past to first to home plate, that is. Get him out at home as Hager was hustling down the line from the bunt on Culbertson. Kraus made a nice play. Oh, yeah. They said he scored.
Hager safe.
They called him safe. I thought they called him out. They're going to appeal it actually right now because it was a very close play. Thank you for that. Apologize for those listening at home. But Drew Culbertson lays down a bunt. Hager was hustling down the line. Kraus made a nice play to shovel it with his glove. And we're going to have a review here at the plate.
Yeah, it looked like it would just be a simple play. Kraus flipping it to Lance Vickers, the catcher, but the ump called that he was off the plate. Definitely a very close play here.
I see, yeah. I saw, he got it there in time, but yeah, I guess Vickers might have been off the plate for that play.
Yeah, I mean, no way we're going to be able to call it up in the booth. We thought pretty much Hager was going to be easily out there at home, but see what the umpires call. That would be absolutely huge for the Wolverines
Yes.
if he's safe because it's a run and then the bases stay loaded with only one out.
Exactly.
On the top of the order is coming back up too for the Wolverines and Kobe Turner, so
Word up here in the booth is that he is going to be safe. They were looking at the replay. It looks like Vickers came off the plate as most likely, obviously pending the final announcement here for the umpires, we will have bases loaded with only one out. Michigan up 1-0.
some huge small ball for the Wolverines in the second inning.
3 bunts.
Yep, 3 bunts and all of them pretty successful with Hager reaching first. Here's Campbell moving the runners over and then
nice suicide squeeze there by Drew Culbertson.
And now the Wolverines' most dangerous hitter coming up.
Yes, sir.
After already reaching earlier today.
And umpires come back, looking at the replay. Call on the field is confirmed. Hager will be safe at first, or safe at home. Culbertson safe at first, as Michigan now is up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second from an RBI bunt from Drew Culbertson. Huge play.
Absolutely crucial for the Wolverines there to keep one out and obviously score to get the jump early, but it's the leadoff hitter coming up with the bases loaded. Very dangerous spot for Bowling Green right here.
Yeah, I mean, with bases loaded, Colby Turner is hitting a whopping 500 this season. He hits 435 with runners in scoring position and 380 with runners on base. There's not anyone worse you could have as the Falcons up to bat here. And here's the pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 now with 1 outs.
That leadoff hit for Colby Turner bumped him up to a 401 average on the season.
Absolutely absurd. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be hit and tattooed into right field. That's going to be almost over the head of the right fielder Zach Horkey, deep enough to score a run as Greg Pace now heads to third on his tag up. Junsung Park was safe on his tag up to home. That ball was tattooed out to right field by Colby Turner. I thought I had a chance of getting behind him, but Horkey made a nice play and nice grab.
Great play from Horkey there, but that's another reason why the Hager being safe at home last play was so important, because it allowed the possibility
Yep,
for a sac
exactly.
fly right there. Great hit from Colby Turner. Almost could have been a 2 or 3 RBI double, but ended up being a jumping play.
As that brings up Noah Miller now. And here's the 0-0. And that's going to be upstairs for ball one. As we have 2 outs here in the bottom of the second, Michigan up 2-0. Kraus comes set. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be swung on in line sharply into center field, but straight to Carter Motis off the bat of Noah Miller. Unlucky for Noah Miller as he now has 2 RBIs right up the middle, but nice plays by the Falcons to retire him. We head to the top of the third. Michigan up 2-0 off of a string of hits from the Wolverines and a RBI bunt and a sac fly to right.
Yeah, Wolverines got to be happy with that inning right there. Able to get a couple of hits strung together, playing some good small ball. Got to do anything to take the lead and win this game.
Grant Bradley walks back out now on the mound. He had a nice inning last inning. We're looking to continue that streak and keep these Falcon hitters quiet. We'll have the top of the order now up for the Falcons. Lance Vickers, Sam Seidel, and Andrew DeLodovico.
Grant Bradley sitting at 33 pitches through 2 innings. Not bad for him. Going to want to maybe try and have some quicker innings here. He hasn't been doing bad, but those at-bats, like the one that Carter Motis had there in the 8 spot, 7, 8
Yep.
pitches, going to want to eliminate those if he wants to go 8 or 9 innings deep into this game. We'll see how it plays out for him.
Yep.
But can't complain about his start through 2.
And Lance Vickers, last time he was up, he got on base from a error.
Yep, he had that hard hit chopper to third. Braden Jeffries wasn't able to handle it. We'll see how Grant Bradley attacks him this at-bat.
Yep. As we are now prepared for the throw down to second base from Noah Miller. Nice throw by Noah Miller. Good scoop out at second base by Drew Culbertson, the hero from last inning.
Let's see. Hopefully no runners get on base for a possibility of a stolen base attempt, but that was a great throw. Perfect spot for Miller right there.
And again, like I was saying earlier, Grant Bradley, 194 average against for the leadoff hitter, so he's extremely efficient at the top of innings. See how he throws against Vickers here. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on, hit sharply down the line. Foul to down third base there. Braden Jeffries again in hot pursuit.
Yeah, similar to his first at-bat, right there, Vickers just sent one right down that third base line. That one just a little too early on it, sent it foul.
And we'll have an 0-1 here. Vickers looks in. Here's the pitch. That's going to be fastball in there for a strike. 0-2 now.
Continuing the trend from the first 2 innings, Bradley has just been throwing strikes in there. Fastball most of the time.
And here's the 0-2 from Bradley. It's going to be fastball upstairs for a ball. 1-2 now.
Couldn't get Vickers to chase on that one. Good
yeah,
eye.
that was quite up there. Vickers waits in. Bradley delivers. That's going to be fastball outside. Just hooked it outside. 2-2 now.
Yeah, good eye from Vickers after going down 0-2. Able to lay off those 2 fastballs from Grant Bradley.
Now he's starting to battle. Grant Bradley comes back on the mound, and he delivers. That's going to be swung on and fouled into the parking lot. Was a little bit late off on that one. Fouled it down the right field line. As we'll do the 2-2 again here. No outs here in the top of the third. Michigan up 2-0. And here's the 2-2 pitch from Bradley. That's going to be upstairs for a ball off speed. Could not quite get it to drop in there, as we'll have a full count now. Good at bat from Vickers.
Yeah, Noah Miller had an aggressive frame right there trying to pull the off speed into the strike zone, but
There's the pitch. This one's going to be popped up, potentially staying in play. Noah Miller and Ladahoff running over there, and Ladahoff's going to camp under it right next to the Bowling Green dugout as he will retire Vickers for the first out of the top of the third.
good fight right there from Vickers, but Grant Bradley stuck with it, was able to
Yep.
throw a strike in there and get some weak contact for Ladahoff to make a pretty easy play.
Yeah, good battle all around from both parties. As we have one out here now in the top of the third. Here's the 0-0 from Bradley. That's going to be fastball upstairs for a ball. Another incredible shift going on here for Seidel for his second at-bat.
Absolutely got Ladahoff, of course, and Kobe Turner, but then Drew Culbertson also playing just about second base.
Yep, as that second pitch is down and away for ball two. And Seidel's last at-bat flew out on a towering pop fly to Colby Turner there. So shift worked out the first time. We'll see if it happens again. Here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be fouled towards the Michigan dugout. Nice play there by a Michigan assistant coach.
Had a feeling that Grant Bradley wasn't going to let himself go down 3-0 in the count.
No.
Pumped a strike in there, got some weak contact to bounce back. We'll see if we have another pitch in the strike zone here.
And here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on and hit right to Colby Turner again. He's going to shovel it up, and that'll be his second out of the inning. Ladahoff, I think, thinks it's the third out, as he as he let the ball rolling off to the mound and started running to the dugout. But that'll be 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Absolutely unbelievable shift once again from the Wolverines. If Kobe Turner wasn't shifted so far to his right, I'm not sure he would have been able to get to that ball, but ended up being right to him.
Yep. Shift wins again, as that brings up now Andrew DeLodovico. And here's the 0-0 pitch for him. That's going to be hit sharply into left field. Campbell's not going to be able to get there in time, and it'll drop in front of him. And that's a 2-out single for DeLodovico, as he's on base for the second time this afternoon.
Just lined it right over the shortstop's head right there. DeLodovico, as you said, on base for the second time.
Yep. And that's another hit with 2 outs for the Falcons, as they now improve to hitting .500 on the afternoon with runners with 2 outs.
2 times in a row we've seen it for the Falcons, with Bradley able to get 2 quick outs and then a single.
As that's going to be fouled back behind the plate. I apologize for those at home. There is a bee currently flying in my face in the press box. As there we go. And we got that taken care of. As yes, that pitch was going to be fouled on, out of play, as we'll have 2 outs in the top of the third. Bradley comes set. It's the 0-1. That's down and away for a ball. Tried to get him with a backdoor off speed. So we'll have a 1-1 count here in a moment.
Yeah, that off speed just missed. Try to get that outside and low corner. Didn't give it to Bradley that one.
As Bradley comes set for the 1-1. It looks on. Here's the pitch. That's going to be low for ball 2. Anthony Mitta had a strikeout his first at-bat of the game in the first inning. Lodovico, the runner on base, has caught stealing twice so far this season, has 1 stolen base. Comes set. 2-1. Kicks and delivers. That's going to be in there for a strike. Off speed, caught the outside half of the plate. 2-2.
Barely caught the corner outside right there. Great pitch from Bradley to tie the count up at 2-2, looking for his 3rd strikeout of the game. This pitch.
Looking in for his sign. Comes set. And delivers. That's going to be hit into center field. Evan Hager goes back. He will camp under it easily, though. And we will head to the bottom of the third now. No runs scored by the Falcons in the top of the third.
Hard hit ball right there from Anthony Mitta, but Hager able to just take a couple of steps back, make a pretty routine play right there. Another solid inning for Grant Bradley.
Yep, another inning where he was quite efficient there, threw a lot of first pitch strikes. Most efficient when you're throwing first pitch strikes.
He's doing a good job throwing about 15 pitches per inning. Should be able to get, what do you think, maybe around 7 innings in today from Grant Bradley,
I think
maybe 6?
that's definitely I think their goal of this game, considering how many arms out of the pen they used yesterday against Miami.
And as we said earlier, getting into some big conference series to wrap up the
Yep.
season.
Must-win games, pretty much all those conference games. They have Washington up next, and then after that it goes, I believe it's Minnesota, then Maryland, then Ohio State, or might be
Maryland first, and then
Mar- yeah,
Minnesota.
yeah, Maryland, then Minnesota, then Ohio State. But this upcoming weekend will be Washington. We will have coverage for that as Washington travels here to Ann Arbor this upcoming weekend. So tune into WCBN for those games as well.
Wolverines looking to get some momentum heading into the final stretch of the season. Got about 15 more games for the Wolverines, maybe a little bit less than that.
Yep.
Remember, we called the home opener back in March for the Wolverines against Western Michigan. It's been a pretty quick season.
It has been. I feel like it's flown by since we were last here.
Wolverines not playing bad, but definitely some games they
Yes.
are wishing they would have had back, like that game yesterday. Yep. But all you can do is survive in advance, keep trying to get these wins, especially today.
Yes, there's lots of work to do before the NCAA tournament comes. And leading off this inning for the Wolverines, it's going to be Braden Jeffries, who flew out to left field his past at-bat. Krause still on the mound for the Falcons. His pitch count up to 34 now. As he delivers the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be outside for ball 1.
Wasn't able to get the outside corner like we saw Bradley get just a couple minutes ago. Good eye from Braden Jeffries right there for the Wolverines.
As the 1-0 pitch is again down and away. 2-0 now. Here in the bottom of the third. No outs, nobody on base. Michigan up 2-0. And here's the 2-0 pitch. That's going to be hit out into right center field pretty deep. Both outfielders ranging out to make the play. Carter Motis gets there first and retires Braden Jeffries.
That was a hard hit ball out to right center. Not much more you can ask for,
Nope.
but it was Motis able to range over to his left.
Yep.
Make the play there.
Nice play. Had to cover a lot of ground there to make it to that play. Almost at the warning track. I thought it might have dropped down. If it did, that would have been easy double for Braden Jeffries, maybe more. As now up to bat for the Wolverines is Cade Ladahoff. As he takes the first pitch for a strike. He flew out to center field, his first at-bat of the game.
Got Hager on deck, just showing how fast this Wolverine lineup can flip around. Just led off last inning.
Yep. As the 0-1 pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Ladahoff hitting .259 on the season. Here's the 1-1 down low for ball 2.
Same pitch pretty much. 2 straight breaking balls in the dirt. Good eye from Cade Ladahoff to be able to hold off on both.
Here's the 2-1. It's going to be, I'll see it in the sun for a second there. That's going to be fouled sharply down the third base line. Foul. As we'll have a 2-2 pitch here in a moment once that ball gets thrown in.
You know, Luke Krause for the Bowling Green Falcons has been decently efficient today. Obviously had a rough second inning, but he's still at around 40 pitches on the day.
As that 2-2 pitch in the other's batter's box, as we'll have a full count on the way in a moment. Ladahoff started the season off at DH, but has been playing more time at first. And the full count is going to be a ball as Ladahoff gets on base with a walk.
Off speed right there, just missed outside. Good at bat from Ladahoff right there to be able to draw a walk. Got Hager coming up in park, as we've said. Those two have been hot.
Good plate discipline there by Ladahoff. And Hager, he is a single. It was a bunt that he had in that second inning. So he comes back up to bat. Runner on first, 1 out here in the bottom of the third. Hager looks in. Krause comes set. Takes a look over at Ladahoff. Here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs for ball one. Again, going to be hard to get a stolen base here on Kraus as he is a lefty. Been doing a good job of keeping the runners honest. I have not really seen a true pickoff move yet. As he comes set now. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. Hager started his swing, stopped up, but still called a strike there by the home plate umpire, by Mark Hannawald. Nice breaking ball down and away.
Yeah, Cross been sticking with that breaking ball more this third inning. Got Hager off balance there.
Here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on through the gap on the right side of the infield. Going to move Ladahoff over to second base. He will halt at second, as that's another single for Evan Hager on the afternoon. He is hot.
Yep, Hager's batting average up to 300 plus on the season. Hit looked identical to Park's single through the right side of the infield in the second inning. Now Park up, 2 runners on. As you said, he's been hot.
I was gonna say, just like you said, Junsun Park up to bat now, had a single through that same gap. He's hitting 333 on the season now. 500 with runners in scoring position with Ladahoff on second right now. 1 out. Here's the 0-0. That's gonna be a fastball in there for a strike. Nice first pitch strike there by Kraus. That's what you want.
Caught that outside part of the zone. Junsun Park let that one go, looking for something a little better.
Here's the 0-1. That's gonna be outside for ball one. Junsun Park hitting 385 runners on base, 500 runners in scoring position. Looking to do some more damage here, add some more runs. And here's the 1-1 from Kraus. That's going to be swung on foul towards the Michigan dugout. And we'll have a 1-2 count.
Yep, off speed right there. Definitely had Park swing very early.
Yep.
Around an 8-mile-an-hour change in speed from those previous 2 fastballs that he saw. Outfielders are playing pretty deep here for the Falcons. A little line drive right over the infield would maybe score Ladahoff.
And here's the pitch. That's going to be upstairs for ball 2. Good eye there from Junsung.
See the Wolverine hitters starting to work the counts a little more here in this third inning.
Here's the 2-2 from Kraus. That's going to be outside ball 3. We'll have a full count here. As Park works a really good at-bat now with 2 runners on base and 1 out in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, that pitch didn't miss by much, but Park was confident in that being outside.
Here's the full count. He's going to foul that off. Ladahoff took off running on that play. Might have been a hit and run.
Just as I talked about earlier this inning, Kraus was pitching pretty efficient. These Wolverine hitters start to foul some balls off, get some 3-ball counts. His pitch count getting up closer to 50.
We will do the full count again. Ross looks at second. Here's the pitch. That's going to be inside for a ball. Double steal on, but does not matter as Park draws a walk, as we'll have bases loaded for Josh Campbell. 1 out here in the bottom of the third.
Once again, second straight inning, bases are loaded with 1 out. Campbell had a nice sac bunt last inning to advance runners to second and third. We'll see what he does here.
And we'll have a quick discussion on the mound for the Falcons as head coach Kyle Halleck walks out to talk to his pitcher.
Once again, another jam here for Kraus. It's the middle of the order for the Wolverines so far today. Those guys, Evan Hager, Junsun Park, and then it was Cade Ladahoff who drew the walk to start this rally off.
Unclear right now if we're going to the bullpen. There's a little bit of action in the Falcons bullpen. Luckily, I'm a big fan of this. I had not quite noticed yet, but they removed the wall, the backstop that they had over there in the visitors' bullpen. So now we have a clear line of sight into that and to see what players are warming up for the visiting team. So definitely some action going on right now in that bullpen, but head coach Kyle Halleck elects to keep Kraus in the game as we have 1 out, bases loaded in the bottom of the third.
Yeah, last time we were here, we were completely unable to see what was going on in the visiting bullpen, so pretty nice now.
Yeah, it looks like they got rid of the big backstop there.
As you can expect, obviously there's some movement in the bullpen with the bases being loaded here.
And the 0-0 pitch to Campbell is going to be down low for ball 1. Breaking ball could not quite get Campbell to bite. the 1-0. That's going to be swung on line into left center. That's going to be a RBI single at least as Hager rounds third, heads home, and they're actually going to send Junsun Park to home also. He's going to be standing up as he crosses the plate, and that's going to be a bases clearing RBI double for Josh Campbell. Nice hit there for the freshman.
Absolutely great hit from Josh Campbell. Exactly what you want to do right there. Ripped a line drive into the gap. Junsun Park was in from first with ease right
Oh
there
yeah,
for the
oh yeah.
Wolverines.
The outfielders for the Falcons got to it decently quick. I thought they might have held Park up at third, but they were waving him home, and he was hustling.
Absolutely great. Looks like he got a great jump.
He did, definitely did.
He's easily able to score right there. Great hit from Campbell
Yep.
once again.
Brings up Greg Pace Jr. Runner on second, one out. He's going to swing, and he's going to tattoo that ball out to center field. And Otis will be there nicely to make the grab. Campbell will tag up from second base and make it to third, nice on a nice dive. And efficient at bat right there for Greg Pace. Although he does not get on base, he advances Josh Campbell to third base.
Giving Drew Culbertson a chance for another RBI or to knock another batter in. Wolverines being pretty aggressive on the base paths today. I'm not sure every team would have sent a runner from second to third on essentially a line out to center field right there, but Campbell got a good jump and then a great slide in third base.
Yep. Again, brings up Drew Culbertson. Sacked up bunt. He's going to put down another bunt, as that's going to bring Campbell home, and Culbertson will get to first base safely, as that's going to be a second suicide squeeze of the game today. And that's something we've seen a lot out of Culbertson so far this season. Lays a lot of bunts down with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, Michigan plays a lot of small ball, and Bowling Green just was not expecting that bunt right there at all. He put it nicely down the third base line, and there was not even a throw to first base right there. Great play from Culbertson.
As Michigan now up 6-0 here in the bottom of the third. Apologize for not updating the scoreboard earlier. We'll have two outs, runner on first, and Colby Turner, the top of the lineup, back up for the Wolverines. Kraus comes set and delivers. That's going to be swung on and towering pop fly in the infield. And Colby Turner's already walking towards the dugout as Salvioni camps under it and makes the play. And we will head to the top of the fourth. Michigan up 6-0 after a flurry of hits there in the bottom of the third. And, of course, the bases clearing 3 RBI double for Josh Campbell that broke it open.
Yep, huge inning for the Wolverines, just getting on base. There was a couple walks.
Yep.
Started off with Ladahoff and then Park, and Josh Campbell just ripped a double, cleared the bases, and then a phenomenal suicide squeeze from Drew Culbertson with 2 outs, and they still weren't able to make a play.
You know, and I want to go back to that play. You would have thought, too, with his, suicide squeeze with bases loaded, that, he would have been threatening to do it again. And, again, caught them sleeping a little bit. Laid down a perfect bunt down the third base line. There's nobody there. See, Josh Campbell knew what the sign was, and he was hustling down the line.
Yeah, I think it was just the fact that it was 2 outs.
Yeah.
Bowling Green wasn't expecting another bunt, but the Wolverines love their small ball.
They do, especially with Drew Culbertson.
Been working out this game and this season, I'd say as a whole, we've seen a lot of big plays. In fact, that Western Michigan game we called, it was the game-winning run in the 7th inning was a suicide squeeze.
Yes, it was. Good memory right there. As Grant Bradley back on the mound for the Wolverines. So far, no action whatsoever in the bullpen on Michigan's side. Not super surprising, as Grant Bradley has not really run into too much trouble. Another huge thing, obviously, we talked about Grant Bradley wanting to go deep in this game to help bullpen arms. Michigan's up 6-0 after 3 innings. A mercy would also help that ordeal with bullpen arms.
Yeah, I was beginning to think that as well. Obviously, you don't want to say that too
early.
early.
There's still a lot of baseball to play.
I mean, the Wolverines' bats have been good. They've been getting runners on every inning, and then Bradley has been taking care of business, allowing about one hit per inning, but no damage so far. The Falcons haven't really been able to threaten.
Yep, exactly. 2 up here for the Falcons. It's going to be TJ Takats, who had a backwards K his first at-bat against Bradley. After him, it'll be Zach Horkey, and then Vinny Salvioni, the third baseman who made the play to end the third inning.
Yeah, it's just been 2 hits given up so far from Bradley, and then hit 1 batter.
And here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball outside, ball 1.
Didn't miss by much there.
No,
Good
not at all.
good pitch to start the inning.
Of
Tried to
course.
catch the outside corner, just missed, but not a bad miss.
Yep. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be swung on and fouled out of play towards Yost, as well as a 1-1 count now. TJ Takat's a guy that can leave the yard anytime. He's a power first profile. In non-conference, he has around a 540 slugging percentage. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be upstairs for ball 2.
Bradley just continuing to be consistent with these fastballs. We haven't seen a lot of off speed. Been pounding the zone for the most part. He's down 2-1 early, but I don't even know if we've had a 3-ball count today.
I don't think we have from Bradley. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be fastball inside, and I think we might have just announced or
I
jinked it right
apologize
there.
for saying that.
Yeah. You owe him something after the game for that.
Bradley's been staying consistent in the zone. Just missed again once again there. These are some pretty small misses so far.
Here's the 3-1 from Bradley. That's going to be swung on, dribbled down the line. Braden Jeffries over there. Brent Bradley scoops it up, but could not turn around and make a play as they had a shift going on there. And that was almost a swinging bunt. I mean, barely hit down the line. Braden Jeffries could not get there, so it was up to Grant Bradley. And way to hustle it out there by TJ Takats.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Essentially a swinging bunt right there, perfectly down the third base line, and the Wolverines were in a little mini shift right there. So Braden Jeffries had no play with it at third. Would have been no need for Bradley to try and make a crazy play right there and throw, just save his arm.
Yep, as well. Runner on first here, no outs. 0-0 count. Up to bat right now, Zach Horkey for the Falcons. He grounded out to the shortstop, his first at-bat of the day. And I think Grant Bradley would love another ground ball to the shortstop, potentially turn a double play.
Absolutely.
And here's the 1-0 from Bradley. That's going to be swung on foul towards the Michigan dugout.
Great play from someone in the dugout. Snagged that one-handed.
We've got a couple of those today so far. They are on their toes in the dugouts here. As Horkey looks in, waits for Bradley to come set. And here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on and flared into right field. Just drops out of play, actually, not foul, out of play towards the Bowling Green bullpen, as we will have a 1-2 pitch on the way in a moment. As Horkey takes a step out, adjusts his gloves.
That one definitely drifted pretty far right. Might have been off the end of the bat there for Horkey.
Play's playing decently deep in right field there. Now shifting a little bit towards the line. And here's the 1-2. That's going to be swung on fouled again. Good at bat here for Horkey.
Again, Bradley staying consistent with these fastballs. Horkey a little behind right now. We'll see what Bradley tries to do to finish off the at-bat.
Yep. And this is the guy that a decently dangerous hitter in the middle of the lineup so far this season, Horkey. A little bit streaky, but when he's on, he's dangerous. And the 1-2 is outside for ball 2.
Couldn't get Horkey to bite on that fastball outside. Bowling Green starting to do a pretty good job of working these counts. Saw Bradley operating pretty efficiently in those first 2 innings, but since then it's been a little more, gotten a little deeper into the count.
As Bradley comes set and delivers the 2-2. That's going to be swung on and fouled off his foot. He's going to be feeling that one for a second.
Yeah, he's going to need to walk that one off for sure. Just fouled it.
Yeah.
Right. Got an ankle brace on the left. Not sure which one that hit off of.
I think it fouled off his right, unfortunately. Yeah, looks like it did. He's lifting that right leg. So he takes a little bit lap around the home plate circle.
We'll see if Grant Bradley can finish off the at-bat after a couple fouls here.
Yep, Bradley comes set. 2-2. No outs, runner on first. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on, flared into center field. Evan Hager coming in quickly. And Drew Culbertson also out there, drops into no man's land. Great read there by Takats to advance to second base on that, as Hager was playing deep and could not get in quick enough on that play.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. That ball just dropped right in no man's land. Hager was playing deep back there, and almost an impossible play for Drew Culbertson to make.
Yeah, I mean, that would have been Sports Center worthy if he was able to make that play.
Just the ball ended up dropping in the perfect spot, and as you said, TJ Takats was playing about 3/4 of the way to second base, so he was able to get there no problem. Now it's no outs, runners on first and second. Bowling Green starting to threaten for the first time today.
Yep. Salvioni up. The 0-0. That's going to be swung on into left center field. Hager comes in again. Josh Campbell also there. That one's going to drop again as Campbell is able to quickly get it in to home to prevent the runner from scoring. But that's another little flare pop-up that we see drop in between several Wolverines out there. That time in between Hager and Campbell was another tough play and a tough break for the Wolverines.
Yeah, I mean, nothing any of the outfielders could have done on that one, or Culbertson. Once again, that ball was just kind of off the end of the bat, ended up dropping perfectly. Actually, a pretty good job by Josh Campbell, the left fielder,
Oh yeah,
to handle that and throw it in.
and it took a pretty high bounce too off that first
It
bounce.
was a tough
He was
bounce.
able to knock it down off the bounce and prevent Ticats from advancing to home. As here's the 0-0 to Motis. That's going to be swung on line into center field, right to Hager. He's going to try to look to throw the runner out at home. They sent the Cats home. The throw is going to be late as Noah Miller comes up to cut the ball off. Luckily, no runner will advance from second base, but that'll be a sac fly there for Motis as Bowling Green cuts the lead to 5.
Yeah, definitely a tough throw for Hager right there because it was a line drive and not really a high fly ball. He wasn't able to take some steps in
Yep.
before he caught it. He was essentially having to throw off some flat feet
Yeah,
right there.
exactly.
But no damage, or not too much damage done with
Yep.
the runner staying at second base. Still a possibility for an inning double play
Yep.
right here, and then obviously it's still a 6-1 lead for the Wolverines.
Of course. As one out's here, first and second. Here's the 0-0 pitch to Scheiderer. And that's going to be down and away for ball 1.
Just missed that outside corner right there. Seems like Bradley might have gotten that pitch called as a strike earlier today, but that one just a couple inches off.
As Bradley comes set, takes a look over at Horky at second. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. Bounces back with a second pitch strike. 1-1 now the count. Strider looking in. Bradley comes set. Takes a look over at second base. No real threat from the lead there. Here's the 1-1. That's going to hit Scheiderer on. Looked like it might have clipped him on the forearm there. I did not see a clear hit by pitch. Obviously, not doubting the call. I think it barely grazed him there. As we will have bases loaded now with one out in the top of the fourth here.
A second hit batter from Bradley right there. Like you said, it wasn't really clear where it hit. I think it might have been low and hit him in the
Maybe,
foot,
yeah.
but just a miss right there
Yep.
from Bradley.
Tracy Smith now coming out to talk to his pitcher and his infield.
You know the Wolverines are 100% looking for a ground ball right here, trying to get out of this inning with a double play. It's going to be the leadoff hitter for the Falcons.
It's 0 for 2 today. He reached on an error in the first inning, his first at bat. And then his second at bat as well. It's Vickers, the guy that I talked about at the top of this broadcast, of a guy that I was going to be looking at for this game.
Big opportunity here. Wolverines obviously had some big innings in the second and third, but the Falcons are threatening. Still no movement in that Wolverines bullpen right now, letting Bradley ride this inning out.
Yep. I mean, it definitely is impacted by the amount of pitchers that were used yesterday against Miami.
Pitch count is definitely rising for Bradley right here.
As he comes set. One out, bases loaded here in the top of the fourth. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be swung on into right field. Greg Pace is going to camp under it. Runners will be tagging. Smart play there by Greg Pace to throw it to third instead of home, as that was going to be a pretty easy tag up for Zach Horky as he scores, but they prevent Vinny Salvioni from tagging up and making it to third. So heads up play there by Greg Pace as they have 2 outs now in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, definitely a smart play. That ball was hit pretty deep in the right field. There is essentially no chance that he was going to be able to get the runner at home, but we saw how crucial that runner is on third in the second inning after Greg Pace hit the sac fly for the runner to advance to third.
I will say also, though, that throw to third was a cannon. That ball was absolutely launched there by Greg Pace Jr.
Yeah, that was a great throw into third. There's no chance at Bowling Green advancing there.
As the 0-0 pitch there to Sam Seidel is down low for ball 1. Two outs here, first and second. Part of me saw that throw and I was like, he almost could have gotten um, Horky at home, but also Horky I think started to slow up as he realized that the throw was not going to be at him at home plate. It's the 1-0. That's going to be swung on into right field. Greg Pace is looking at it as it hits off the scoreboard, and that's going to be a home run for the Bowling Green Falcons. And Sam Seidel, that's his, I believe that's his
Fifth.
third. Oh, sorry, yeah, thank you. Fifth home run. I was looking at Grant Bradley stats, actually. Yeah, fifth home run of the season. 2-out home run. Cuts the lead to 1 now as Bowling Green now has 5. That ball got in a hurry. I thought it might have hit off the wall, and Greg Pace was going to have a chance to make a play there. It was a very low line drive, and that leaves the park, almost hits the scoreboard out there and right.
Oh yeah, you said everything I was planning on saying. Off the bat, I did not think that that ball
Yeah.
was getting out. It was a very low launch angle, but the exit velocity was pretty high on that. It got out. It got out fast, and
It got out in a hurry.
you know, very big home run for Bowling Green. Make this a game.
Yep, it's 6-5 now here in the top of the fourth, and that first 0-0 pitch to the Ludovico is going to be fouled off. 0-1 now. There's the pitch from Bradley. Breaking ball upstairs for ball 1.
Pretty unlucky inning here for the Wolverines. Just those two bloop singles, and
Yep.
then some good pieces of hitting from the Falcons.
Yeah, good. Got to get on base any way possible. Here's the 1-1. Has to be swung on, fouled towards the Michigan dugout. Yeah, tough breaks for Michigan, but again, I mean, that's what you got to do on offense. I mean, you just got to put the ball in play and hope for the best, and that's what Bowling Green did. They got on base, and then they had some good quabs. Guys moving runners over, hitting some sac flies there. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Has to be upstairs for ball 2. So efficient hitting and timely hitting too is the biggest thing. Timely hitting here for Bowling Green, as obviously they get some sac flies and obviously a 2-out, 3-run home run.
Yeah, I think you saw on Monday Bowling Green's a pretty scrappy team, and we saw it here this inning.
Yep, here's the 2-2. That's going to be hit skied in foul territory. Ladohoff not going to have a play as it goes out of play. As we'll do the 2-2 again. Yeah, I was when I was doing my scouting report here for Bowling Green. Yeah, that was one of the biggest things that I took away is that the record may not necessarily be there, but they've been scrappy all season.
For sure, we're starting to see it more and more. These guys are just working the count. Bradley's pitch count up into the 70s here.
Yep. As Lodovico steps in now. Here's the 2-2 from Bradley. That's going to be hit out into left field, right to Josh Campbell, as he will camp under it easily, retire him, and we will head to the bottom of the fourth. Bowling Green now within 1 as they put up 5 in the top of the fourth, mostly off of a 3-run, 2-out shot there by Sam Seidel.
Yep, huge inning for the Falcons right there. They were able to get on base by any means necessary, hit a couple sac flies, and then the big shot from Seidel over the right field wall. So these Wolverine bats are going to have to continue stepping up.
Yep.
It's been a great game so far for them, but the lead is not comfortable anymore as it was entering the top.
Yeah, I could not have
Fourth.
put it a better way myself. I was going to say, Michigan's offense has been rolling for most of today, but maybe they were starting to feel like they could start slowing up, obviously, almost with a 6-run lead. But now, it's back to a 1-run ball game. They are going to have to keep hitting, because I mean, Bowling Green is threatening now.
It's like the Falcons are going to go to a pitching change.
Yep.
Joseph Buchanan.
Again, another guy that I thought might have had the chance to start this game. He's been starting a lot of midweeks so far this season. He's had a little bit of limited action, again, just mostly in midweek competitions so far for the Falcons. He had a loss versus Dayton. He's a freshman lefty. He's been developing. It's good for him to get these early career reps, early career appearances for the Falcons. He's a guy that has some room to grow here, and has some good projections. Again, we know that head coach Kyle Halleck for the Falcons likes to have a pitching-minded team, so it's good for him to be getting some reps here early in his career.
With that being said, the Wolverines are going to want to jump on him.
Yes, sir.
As you said, that limited action. The bats have been hot today, and you're going to need to continue putting the pressure on the Falcons defensively. I don't know about you right now, Evan, but a ballpark hot dog
Oh my
would
goodness, no,
taste amazing these
especially
days.
with the weather right
Oh
now, just
yeah,
it's like 75 and sun. Like this is the perfect day for baseball. And yeah,
absolutely.
I've been seeing some people with some concession foods, and oh, that would hit right now.
Watching some good baseball too.
Yeah,
6-5
exactly.
game.
6-5 here in the bottom of the fourth. Can't ask for much more than that.
Absolutely, you're gonna want just the Wolverines to stay hot right here. I mean, top of the order again. These guys just keep hitting and flipping the
Yep.
order.
Noah Miller up to the plate now. He's been probably the most unlucky player at this game so far. Two really hard hit line drives, but both right to players for the Falcons. And here's the 0-0 to him. That's going to be low for ball one. So hopefully he can break that streak on this at bat. He's hit 295 on the season. Again, entered the game 300, but off those two unlucky hits, dipping below. Here's the 1-0. Upstairs for ball two.
As you said, Miller has two line drives that have just gone right to a defender today. So looking to continue putting the ball in place, or he's down 2-0 here. We'll see what Buchanan gives him.
Yep. The 2-0 from Buchanan. In there for a strike. Fastball inside.
Three straight fastballs here for Joseph Buchanan. See if Miller takes a swing at this next pitch.
And here's the 2-1. That's going to be grounded sharply up the middle, and Scheider is going to be range over nicely to make the play and retire Noah Miller at first. Noah Miller looks a little frustrated at that, maybe wanted that one back.
Another hard hit ball. Nothing you can do there, just a good play. Tough play from Strider at second. But 0 for 3 for Miller on the day. Some tough outs for him.
Yeah, he's been a tough at bat so far today. As that's going to bring up Braden Jeffries, another guy who similarly had a nice hit last inning, and that's his first pitch. He will see for a ball. Yeah, he had in the third inning had a nice line drive out to right field, but nice play by Zach Horkey out there. So he's going to try and look to break his streak and get on base for the first time today. It's the 1-0. That's going to be lined up the middle. Scheider could not make it with a diving play, and that's going to be a one-out single there for Braden Jeffries, just as I was saying.
Yeah, that one was ripped up the middle. I thought we were about to see an incredible play from Strider, but just got past his outstretched glove. Wolverines, once again, getting guys on base.
Yep. That's all you can do. I mean, just pass it on to the next guy. Keep getting guys on base. Nobody has to try and do too much. Don't try and do too much. As Buchanan comes set now. Another lefty pitcher for the Falcons. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be outside for ball one.
Breaking ball right there. See a big change of speed from his curveball to his fastball for Buchanan.
Comes set. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be inside for ball two. Breaking ball almost clipped him on the leg, but not quite.
Yeah, another slow off-speed pitch right there. Good eye from Ladahoff. He drew a walk his last at bat, already up early 2-0 in the count here.
As that ball is going to hit him, just as I was saying, the other one almost clipped him. That's going to be a fastball straight to the torso there, as Michigan has two runners on base in a row now with one out in the bottom of the fourth.
Yeah, that one might have got him like right on the letters on his back.
Yeah.
Fastball straight to his back. Now 2 on for Hager, who's already 2 for 2 today.
Yes, definitely the guy that Michigan wants up in this position. Yeah, 2 for 2 with two singles.
Hager's been doing that lefty on lefty so far today. It's continuing.
Yep.
Buchanan on the mound.
As Buchanan comes set. Runners on first, second. Evan Hager takes a quick timeout, actually.
Talking to the umpire about something, not sure what.
Some sort of hand gesture there.
Everything has kind of just gone quiet, but
yeah,
it's going to be Hager at bat end of the day.
As Buchanan looks in for the sign, comes set. Runners on first and second, one out. Here's the 0-0. Fastball low and away for ball one.
Looks like just missed a little low right there. Not a bad pitch by any means, but the Wolverines have had great discipline so far today.
Been great discipline. Hager, big opportunity to do a job here. Hits 379 with runners in scoring position, 385 with runners on base. Here's the 1-0. Fastball outside. Good take there by the transfer from Houston/Alabama.
Yeah, second straight at bat where Buchanan has fallen behind 2-0. We'll see if Hager can get a good pitch to hit here, maybe knock a runner in.
Yep. He definitely will try to continue to be disciplined here as he's up ahead in the count, 2-0. And that 2-0 pitch down low for ball 3, as we'll have a 3-0 pitch on the way in just a moment. Buchanan takes a little bit of a breather there, trying to gather himself.
See if Hager has the green light here or not. Up 3-0. Buchanan been struggling a little bit to find the zone. 6 straight balls from him.
Here's the 3-0 pitch. That's going to be a fastball upstairs, just like you said, been struggling to find the zone. And Michigan will now have bases loaded with one out here in the bottom of the 4th. Michigan threatening.
It's going to be Junson Park, who also 2 for 2 on the day. He's been playing some good baseball, so not the spot you want to be in for the Falcons. These Wolverines bats are just hot. They're taking pitches that they don't want, and
especially this middle of the order pack here.
Oh yeah, we've seen 3 straight innings, second, third, and fourth, where the bases are loaded due to these guys like Hager, like Ladahoff, and then we'll see what Park ends up doing here. Also got Josh Campbell coming up, who had that 3 RBI double last inning. So Wolverines definitely playing good on the offensive side of the ball.
Yep. As mound visit wraps up here. That was just the catcher, Lance Vickers, talking to his pitcher. Stone Park steps into the box. 3rd time today. And it comes set. Here's 0-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. Whatever Vickers said to him on the mound there seemed to have worked, because now he's thrown a strike.
Yeah, that pitch had some big movement on it, going left to right. Started inside on Park and ended up in the zone. Good pitch for sure.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to be down low for a ball. Nice block there by Vickers to keep it in front and prevent Braden Jeffries from advancing.
Looks like you try to throw the same pitch. Might be a little cutter there.
Yeah, I think it might be like some sort of sinker or changeup. Breaks arm side. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be fouled on and out of play towards the bounce house that they have set up over there in the open space down the right field line.
Yeah, Park got jammed right there. The first 2 pitches were breaking away from him. That one was just a fastball, came in on the hands. Good at bat, or good start to the at bat for Joseph Buchanan right here.
Yep, good bounce back at bat for him. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be a breaking ball down low. Could not get Park to bite. Great breaking ball down and in.
Yeah, that curveball got a lot of difference in speed from the fastball, but it's just been a little low today. Seems like the Wolverines have been seeing it pretty well, being able to take those down in the dirt.
Yep. And here's the 2-2. That's going to be swung on and missed by Park. And I believe that's the first strikeout we've seen from a Wolverine today. And it comes in a huge spot as Joseph Buchanan retires the 2nd out of the bottom of the 4th with bases loaded.
Yeah, I believe that was the first strikeout of the day for the Bowling Green pitching wise, and obviously a big spot. 2 outs now, no potential to sack fly. It's just Buchanan versus Campbell right here.
Yep. And here's the 0-0 to Campbell. That's going to be in there for a strike. As this is going to be a tough spot here for the Falcons, as like we were saying earlier, Campbell had that 3 RBI bases clearing double in the last inning. That was. Here's the 0-1 pitch to him. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1. So threatening hitter here with bases loaded.
Seems like that off speed has been his best pitch for Buchanan. Not the curveball, but the changeup or sinker, whatever he's been throwing at around 80 miles per hour has had the Wolverines off balance.
And here's the 1-1 pitch. That one lined into right field, but straight to Zach Horkey as Campbell looked to try and add another bases loaded RBI, but could not get that line drive to drop. Good piece of hitting there to drive the ball the other way, but we'll head to the top of the 5th here.
Yeah, I mean, great pitching from Bowling Green to get out of that jam. And we got a ball game here, folks.
We do have a ball game here as Grant Bradley comes out again for this inning. This time we have some action in the bullpen now, as that's Gavin DeVote out there getting warmed up.
Wouldn't be surprised if this is Bradley's last inning with his pitch count.
Yeah.
Around in the 70s or 80. But I don't know if you remember, but last time we were here against Western Michigan, I said I thought it would be the Western Michigan pitcher's last inning for about 4 innings in a row, and he just
Oh yeah,
kept
yeah,
having
yeah,
some
yeah, yeah,
great
yeah.
innings. So we'll see if Bradley can pull that same magic here.
Yep. Looking good so far for his warm-up pitches. Due up for the Falcons, and Anthony Midda, TJ Tekatz, and Zach Horky. Lefty, lefty, righty. And between the three of them, they are going to be 2 for 6 on the afternoon.
Yeah, it was kind of the middle of the order as well for the Falcons that started that rally last inning. Couple walks and those singles were from these guys like Tekatz and Horky, which led to that 3-run homer from Sam Seidel.
Yep. Additional action in the Michigan bullpen. Looks like Preston Barr out there, starting to get warm a little bit. I imagine if Grant Bradley gets into any trouble here in this inning, you might see him come out.
Yeah. See how seriously the Wolverines are taking this game with some of their best bullpen arms warming up right now, even though they got this series over the weekend. Definitely not trying to drop a second straight
No.
game to a MAC school, so it's gonna be a big rest of this game. 1-run game, 5 innings to play.
As Bradley starts his windup. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be swung on right up to Bradley. Luckily, Michigan's playing the shift as Culbertson was playing straight up behind second base, scoops it up, and makes the throw to retire Midda.
That was a great scoop right there from Cade Ladohoff
Yeah.
at first base.
Yeah.
He's done a pretty good job at first base, making those stretches and scoops. As you said,
Yep.
he started as a DH, but good stretches from him so far this season, as you saw right there. And the shift played perfectly for the Wolverines.
Yep. As it'll be 1 pitch, 1 out for Grant Bradley. Here's the 0-0 to TJ Tekatz, who has a single his last at bat and then a strikeout looking in the first inning. Yeah, Ladohoff, a guy, started DH, now moved to first base, as the first base position was kind of fluid so far this season, but now Ladohoff's starting to emerge as the main guy. As that 1-0 pitch down and in for ball 2 to Tekatz.
See if Bradley can get himself back in this at bat right here with the strike, probably presumably a fastball.
Yep, like you said, that 2-0 pitch inside for ball 3 now, as he missed just barely with the fastball.
First time we've seen a 3-0 count. I'm not sure. I don't believe that. Yeah, correct. Bradley does not have any walks today.
Yep. As that'll be a strike inside fastball, caught the inside half of the plate, as well as a 3-1 count now. Again, Michigan shifting over a lot with Drew Culbertson playing to the right of the second base. And that 3-1 pitch is going to be low and away for ball 4, and TJ Tekatz will be on base for the second time today as he draws a 1-out walk.
Again, Bradley probably going to be looking for another ground ball here. We haven't seen any double plays yet today. Bowling Green has actually been doing a pretty good job hitting with runners on base. 3 for 8 and then 2 for 4 with runners in scoring position. So see what the Wolverines decide to do.
And looks like they're going to go to the bullpen as Tracy Smith is walking out now, signaled to the bullpen. Horky, his last 2 at-bats, had a single in the 4th, as many of the Bowling Green players did, and then grounded out to shortstop in the 2nd inning, so that would be really nice for them to have.
Not a bad outing from Grant Bradley. Obviously didn't end how he wanted it to, but just kind of a tough 4th inning. These Bowling Green batters have been starting to play pretty well. See who this is, whether it's Barr or...
Looks like it's going to be Preston Barr. Now for the Wolverines. Preston Barr, sophomore, younger brother of senior Hurt Barr for the Wolverines. As he will now start taking a couple of his warm-up pitches.
Not coming in much of a jam per se, just 1 runner on, 1 out. Not a bad spot to be coming in for Barr.
Zach Horky, though, hitting a little bit hot right now. Again, coming off of a single his past at bat, hitting 243 on the season. sun is beaming out here in Ray Fisher Stadium in Ann Arbor.
Batters have certainly been showing no fatigue, though. Everyone going out there and putting together some good
Yep.
at-bats. A lot of singles in this game. A
Yes.
couple extra base hits, especially with runners on scoring position
Yep.
with the home run for the Falcons and the base clearing double for the Wolverines.
Yep. Glad to have you guys listen along with us. You're listening to WCBN Sports, and we are live here from Ray Fisher Stadium as Preston Barr now takes his warm-ups here in the top of the fifth. Score is Michigan 6, Bowling Green 5. Hits are somewhat even. Michigan has 7 hits compared to the Falcons 6. Michigan does have 1 error, though.
Michigan also been pretty disciplined at the plate with drawing 4 walks so far
Yep.
today, as compared to the only 1 for Bowling Green. But the trump card is just that 3-run home run.
Yes.
That
Yeah, off of one swing, it changed the game.
the Sam Seidel hit right there. So we got a close game here. We'll see how it proceeds. But looking right now like it's gonna come down to a 7th, 8th, or 9th inning.
I think my biggest takeaway so far is with runners on base, they're hitting somewhat similar. Falcons are hitting 375, Wolverines hitting 333, but the difference we see is runners in scoring position. Bowling Green is hitting 500, and then with 2 outs, they're hitting 429, and Michigan's only hitting 286 and 200 respectively in those categories. So, despite getting the Falcons to 2 outs, you know, they're still a very tough team to put away in innings.
Yeah, 3 for 7 with 2 outs, and then that home run
Yep.
came with two outs
Yes,
on the
it
board.
did.
So the Falcons just sticking with it.
Yep. As Barr comes set, here's the pitch. That's going to be fastball low for ball 1. As, again, runner on first here, 1 out in the top of the 5th.
Our started out with some heat right there, pretty similar to what Bradley was throwing, 93 miles an hour.
Barr comes set, here's the 1-0. That's going to be swung on and missed. Fastball inside part of the plate. And Horky swung right through it. TJ DeCat's the runner on first base. He's 100% on stolen bases this season with 2. As Preston comes set. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on and missed again, challenging him with the fastball for the 3rd pitch in a row and won the battle that time. 1-2 now.
Absolutely, 2 straight swing and misses off this fastball. We'll see what Barr comes trying to start off with a huge strikeout here.
Would be huge. As Preston Barr comes set. Kicks and delivers. That's going to be fastball outside part of the plate, and he caught Zach Horky looking. That fastball clipped the outside zone. Beautiful strikeout there for Preston Barr, and could not have come in a bigger spot.
Yeah, just a great win right there from Barr. Just 4 straight
Yep.
fastballs. Just kind of
He was challenging him.
just kind of blew him right by Horky, and then a great spot on the outside corner,
Yeah.
93 miles an hour. That is a great pitch.
Yeah. He was attacking right at him. As that's going to bring up Vinny Salvioni now, who was flown out to left field and had a single to left field. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. Another fastball in the heart of the plate. Preston Barr really attacking these Falcons hitters with his fastball.
Oh yeah, just coming with straight gas right down the middle.
Yep.
Haven't seen contact yet.
No.
5 pitches.
Nothing but gas. As Barr comes set now. Pickoff attempt over to first base, not in time, as Tkats is able to dive safely into first.
Pretty comfortably back right there, but
Yeah.
quick move from Barr. Doesn't hurt. Let's give it a try.
Yep, keep the runners honest. As Salvioni comes back into the box, Barr comes set. Kicks and delivers the 0-1. Fastball that time missed just barely outside. Again, lighting up the radar with 93 miles an hour on the fastball.
Yeah, we've yet to see an off speed from Preston Barr so far. He hasn't needed it. Just obviously this is just his second batter.
Field playing somewhat deep. Colby Turner and Culbertson playing in the outfield grass. Jeffrey's also back. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on and missed. That time he threw the off speed. Nice breaking ball there as he gets Salvioni to swing over top of it. And we'll have a 1-2 count here, 2 outs in the top of the 5th.
Yep, as you said, that was a great breaking ball right there. Just swept down right into the dirt. Got Salvioni to swing right over top of it.
As Barr comes set for the 1-2. Kicks and delivers. Runner goes, but it won't matter because Preston Barr gets his second strikeout as he strikes out both batters he faces in the 5th inning. Efficient there for Preston Barr as he gets out of a little bit of a jam there. Not too much, though, as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Michigan up 6-5.
Barr couldn't have had a better inning. Just came in, mowed 2 batters right down. From establishing that fastball first of all, and then the breaking ball.
Yes, sir.
Getting some swings and misses. It was great. Got his 10th strikeout of the season right there with that one. Only 8 innings pitched for Barr, but
averages more than a strikeout an inning. So
right there, that was great.
Joseph Buchanan back on the mound for the Falcons as he will face 8-9-1 for the Wolverines in Greg Pace Jr., Drew Culbertson, and Colby Turner. Couple hits sprinkled throughout them. Couple also just productive at bats. Obviously, Greg Pace advanced the runner on his last at bat and has had a walk.
Yep. See if the Wolverines continue just stringing together runners on base. Last inning they weren't able to capitalize, but just they've been putting a lot of pressure on. About to be fully through the 3rd time through the lineup.
Yeah.
Feels like back in junior league when a team would only have like 6 players and the same guys would just keep coming back up to base or to bat.
Yeah, I mean, you said it best yourself too. Like even though Michigan was not able to capitalize in the 4th, and also same thing in the 1st, they weren't able to capitalize. They're still stringing together a lot of base runners, and that's conducive to winning. It doesn't matter. Like even if you don't score every single inning, if you are consistently getting runners on, whether it be by hits, hit by pitches, walks, whatever it may be, you're putting yourself in a good position to win.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And all it takes is one swing, like we saw from both these teams. One swing has brought in 3 runners.
Yeah, exactly.
So just continuing to get those opportunities, put good swings out there.
Yep.
Do no wrong.
As Greg Pace now comes up to bat for the 3rd time today. And here's the 0-0 pitch from Buchanan. That's going to be swung on, fouled.
Jammed him up a little bit there with a low and away fastball. Fouled off his own leg. Doesn't look like he's in any pain. Actually, not sure what it hit, but.
Greg Pace hitting 258 on the season. 366 as the leadoff hitter, though, so good spot for him. And here's the 0-1 to him. That's going to be upstairs for ball 1.
Off speed just never broke down into the zone. It stayed up all the way. Pace saw it well and wasn't swinging at that.
Here's the 1-1 from Buchanan. That's going to be fastball inside. Sorry, not fastball. Looked like it might have been that breaking pitch again. Splitter changeup. As we'll have a 2-1 count now to Greg Pace.
Good eye on those last 2 pitches from Pace. Didn't even really load up and get ready to swing.
Here's the 2-1. That's going to be upstairs again. 3-1 now, the count for Greg Pace.
Once again, that pitch wasn't the most competitive. It just stayed up.
As Buchanan delivers the 3-1 here. That's going to hit Greg Pace right in the back of the leg there on his thigh. And that's a quality at bat for Greg Pace. It might be a painful one, but that's a quality one.
Yeah, sure he wishing that pitch would have just inside for ball 4 instead of getting hit by a pitch. But nevertheless, yeah, like you said, a good at bat. First runner on base. I mean, that's just what the Wolverines have been doing today.
Lots of runners on base.
Pace is 4 for 4 so far. Stolen base attempts. Not sure if we'll see one with yet again the lefty pitcher, but he moves well on the bases.
Getting a pretty big lead off of first base right now too. See if Buchanan attempts at him. As the first pitch to Culbertson is in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count now. Culbertson 1 for 1 on the day technically. Has a obviously sack bunt. Or no, I think they said fielder's choice there on his RBI bunt in the 2nd inning, and then a bunt single RBI in the 3rd as well, as that pickoff attempt over to first base is unsuccessful. Greg Pace gets back successfully.
Yep, super easily. Pace was able to just stand up, walk back in there. We'll see what Culbertson can do here.
and he runs off as the pickoff attempt to first, but it's not going to be in time as they try to get him at first base, and Greg Pace takes off as soon as the move happened there. They could not snap it over to second base in time, and I think that's part of why he was getting such a big lead off of first base. I think he understood if you were going to throw over, he was going to take off.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just an amazing jump from Greg Pace right there. They never even had a chance to get him at
No,
second.
no. And that's what we see. I mean, that is one of his best tools, among others. He has so many tools, Greg Pace, but his speed is exceptional. And here's the 0-1 pitch to Culberson. He's going to lay down another bunt to first base. Bobbled there by the first baseman, Mita, and he's going to get in safely to first base. I think that might have been a single anyway, even if there wasn't a bobble. The second baseman, Sam Seidel, did not look like he was going to be able to get over there and cover first in time. So that is 3 bunts, 3 times on base for Drew Culbertson today.
I mean, what a day for Culbertson. In those 3 bunts, we've seen them go. The first one was right up the middle,
Yep.
back to the pitcher. The second one was down the third baseline, and that one down the first
Yep.
baseline. Just insane versatility
Yep.
from Culbertson, and he's reached every single time.
And I'd be interested to see what they score that, whether that's a hit or an error. I think that should be a hit, but we will see. And that brings up Colby Turner, the leadoff hitter for the Wolverines, with nobody out, runners on first and second. So big spot here for Colby Turner.
Yep, and one of the best guys to do it, batting
Yep.
just around 400 on the season. He's already had a good day today.
Yep, had an RBI earlier to right field. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be inside, ball 2. And looks like they scored that error on Drew Culbertson's bunt, they scored an error on his bunt there. Again, I thought that could have been a hit. I didn't think Sam Seidel was going to be able to get over there and cover first in time, especially with Drew Culbertson's wheels. And here's the 2-0 to Turner. That's going to be swung on and fouled out of play.
Colby Turner definitely wanted that one.
Yes, he did.
Gave a big rip, just ended up fouling it back out of play. But a good swing right there.
Yep.
Feeling good right now, feeling hot. See if you can put something into the outfield. Got some great speed on the base with both Culbertson and Pace.
Yeah, probably 2 of the quickest guys on the team. And that 2-1 pitch is upstairs for ball 3, as we will head to a 3-1 count here in a moment. Colby Turner 1-2 on the day. He had that RBI, he had the sac fly to right field and a single in the first inning, and then flew out in the third. Here's the 3-1. That ball is going to be towering into center field. Won't be deep enough as Carter Motis camps under it nicely. No threat from the tag for Greg Pace as that ball was decently shallow. Would have been probably not a good idea to tag there as that's the first out here of the bottom of the 5th.
Yep, Colby Turner just got under that one, as you said, just skied it super high in the air. A good job getting out of that at bat for Buchanan. It is a dangerous spot with Colby Turner, how he's been swinging it this season, and then the speed on the base pass, dangerous. Good to get out of it just to get that one out.
We're gonna have a pitching change here for Bowling Green. That'll be end Buchanan's day. He threw 1.1 innings, gave up 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout.
Can't exactly tell who it is for Bowling Green.
No, not yet.
Numbers are small, and he's not facing us. 36.
It's gonna be Ethan Papacek, assuming is. Redshirt junior from Rochester, Michigan, right-handed pitcher.
First righty of the day that the Wolverines are going to see. But coming up, it's going to be Noah Miller.
Yep.
And then Braden Jeffries, he's a lefty. And then if it gets to Evan Hager down in the 5 spot, he's a lefty as well. See, the Wolverines can have a dangerous inning right here.
A little bit of a sidearm delivery here from Papacek.
Definitely ball coming in at a completely different angle from the right side, and like you said, a little 3/4 sidearm delivery.
Yeah, I would say a little bit more extreme than 3/4. I'd say. I think it's not. I mean, he's not complete sidearm, but definitely that sort of delivery. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot different after having two decently tall lefty deliveries.
Yeah, who are coming more over the top.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a huge switch up for the Wolverines. We'll see how Noah Miller and Braden Jeffries are seeing the ball.
And Noah Miller up. He again lined out to second, has lined out to center, and then grounded out to the shortstop. So he's been putting the ball in play a lot, just not been getting lucky yet. Trying to break that streak here. As we're in the bottom of the fifth here, runners on first and second, one out. Michigan up 6-5. You're listening to WCBN Sports.
Great game, great day, great weather.
Yep.
Bats have been
It's been
good
exciting
today.
all around, yeah.
Been a good game. See if the Wolverines can put some runs on the board here.
Ethan Popacek has 13 innings pitched so far this season. 10 Ks, 7 walks. It's a 7.6 ERA, 2.15 whip. And here's the 0-0 count. That's going to be swung on, driven deep to right field by Noah Miller. Not going to be far enough, but Zach Roy's going to camp under it. Greg Pace will tag and head to third. He'll be in there easily. And although it's another unlucky at-bat for Noah Miller, he did a job and got Greg Pace to third base. So that ball was hit out deep to right field.
Yeah, like you said, that ball was pretty deep. I thought off the bat they might actually have a chance at leaving the park.
I thought so too.
But
maybe if we had a little bit of wind today.
You know, 0 for 4 from Noah Miller. He's gonna be a little frustrated, but he's had great contact.
He's had great contact, great at bats.
Yeah,
they've been great. He's been a tough hitter.
See if Braden Jeffries can do him a favor and knock in Pace right here.
Yep. As that's gonna be fouled off. The first pitch.
Wolverines playing aggressive against Popacek. First 2 pitches, two aggressive swings here. See if Jeffries can put something in play for another RBI.
So we got first and third situation here as well. 2 outs. Drew Culbertson has 4 stolen bases on the season. And there he goes. Just as I say that. And the fake throw down there by Vickers does not fool Greg Pace. But just as I was talking about his stolen bases, Drew Culbertson steals a base, and now there's 2 runners in scoring position here for Braden Jeffries.
Yeah, he had a huge jump there. Bowling Green just kind of conceded the stolen base, especially with Pace on third.
Also, first right-handed pitcher they've had today. Here's the 1-1 to Jeffries. That's going to be upstairs for ball 2.
Ball had some big movement on it coming from,
exactly,
from left to right. But
that breaking ball when you throw it sidearm.
Oh yeah, it stayed high though. Good eye from Jeffries. Up in the count early here. He's got a big opportunity. Knock some runners in.
Just the 2-1. Swing and a miss there on the off speed by Jeffries. As we'll have a 2-2 count here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Good pitch there by Popacek. The 2-2. That's going to be swung on and fouled. Looks like it hit the catcher, Lance Vickers, awkwardly off that foul tip. Hopefully he's okay, but Braden Jeffries staying alive. He flew out to right field, left field, and has a single so far this game.
Looks like Vickers obviously a little shaken up after getting hit, but he just took a couple steps. He's good now. We'll see what happens on this 2-2 count.
And here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and tipped again, this time straight back. Braden Jeffries is on it, just was a little bit under it.
Yeah, he's staying alive. We'll see. This is what we've seen the Bowling Green hitters start to do, just kind of work the counts a little bit and then end up with timely hits. We'll see if Jeffries is able to match.
Yep. Here's the 2-2 again. This time outside. We'll have a full count here with 2 outs.
Yep, off speed didn't break as much as I'm sure that Popacek wanted it to, and brings up this full count.
Yep. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be inside, and it's going to hit Braden Jeffries as he's going to be on base for the second time today. And we'll have bases loaded for Cade Ladahoff in the bottom of the 5th. Big spot for the Wolverines to add some insurance runs.
Absolutely. I think the bases are loaded for the 4th straight inning.
They've had a Oh, I think you're on. I have to look back in the stat sheet there, but we've had a lot of these opportunities here. We're actually have a pinch hitter now for the Wolverines, and that's going to be Cooper Mullins, the redshirt sophomore from Eugene, Oregon, coming in pinch hitting for Cade Ladahoff. Left-handed hitter. He likes the matchup here against the right-handed Ethan Popacek.
Yep, coming in a huge spot. 2 outs, bases loaded. This is what you 2 outs. This is what you dream about. See if he can knock a couple guys in here.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be inside for ball 1. Fastball, just missed. Cooper Mullins hitting 320 on the season. He's at 50 at-bats during that span. 346 at runners on base, 348 runners in scoring position, and 333 with bases loaded. So good spot for Cooper Mullins. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be swung on and fouled out of play towards Yost Iserino. So a little bit of a chess game here from Coach Tracy Smith. Likes this matchup.
Yep. A little behind for Mullins there, but starting to feel out the fastball for Papacek. See if he can put something in play here.
Yep. And here's the 1-1. That's going to be low for ball 2. 2-1 count now for Cooper Mullins. 7 RBIs on the season, looking to add 2, maybe 3 more here. Any hit into the outfield would probably score Culbertson from second. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be inside for ball 3.
Papacek missing inside here a lot. That sidearm righty, they're coming in close to these right-handed hitters.
Yeah.
Obviously, we just saw Jeffries get hit. He can't walk in a batter here.
Here's the 3-1. That's going to be in there for a strike. We'll have a full count with 2 outs here. Bases loaded.
Runners are going to get an early jump, so now a base hit.
Could score Jeffries.
Outfield. Yeah, definitely would score 2, maybe 3. We'll see what Mullins has.
Here's the 3-2. That's going to be swung on and fouled towards the Michigan dugout. Good fight by both these guys.
Just working this count, trying to put something in play, or we'll see if Papacek ends up walking a batter in. And then Hager would be up, bases loaded.
Papacek has 7 walks on the season, 10 Ks. He's also given up 4 hit by pitches.
We just saw 1 here.
Yeah, it looks like that sidearm release for the fastball is running in on left-handed hitters. Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be swung on, fouled straight back towards us. If that was a little bit straighter on, it was a little to our left, I wanted to make a play there.
Chance to relive those glory days.
Yes, sir.
Especially with in this spot. 3-2, bases loaded, 2 outs, 1-run game.
A huge pitch right here. Here's the 3-2. That's going to be fouled down the first base line. Cooper Mullins jumped on it, but hooked it foul.
I believe this is going to be the 9th or 10th pitch of the at-bat.
I think so, yeah.
Coming in cold off the bench. Impressive at-bat from Cooper Mullins. You just hope that he pays it off if you're a Wolverine.
Yes, sir. As we will do the 3-2 count again here. Runners will be going with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on, fouled. Again, staying alive is Cooper Mullins. Great at-bat right now. Great battle. As we hear the dugouts cheering on their boys.
Yep.
High stress situation here.
Huge situation.
High leverage moment. It's the 3-2 pitch again. That's going to be ball 4 as that fastball misses down and in. Walk in a run as Greg Pace touches home plate. Good at bat by Cooper Mullins to pay it off with a run. Michigan up 7-5.
Just as you said, huge at bat right there. I feel like that's an at bat that at the end of this game we're going to come back to and say, Cooper Mullins came in and pinch hit, 2 outs, bases loaded, and had a 10-pitch walk. Huge. And then now Evan Hager coming up, another lefty. He's had a big day already. Still a huge spot right here for both teams.
This is the 0-0 pitch to Hager. That's going to be down and away for ball 1. Hager has 2 singles on the day and a walk. He's been on base all 3 times he's been at the plate. He hits 500 with bases loaded, 345 with 2 outs, and 379 with runners in scoring position. And that's going to be another ball as that slider missed. It might have been a fastball. The arm angle is a little tricky there, but 2-0.
Same spot as the first pitch, fastball just low.
Yep.
Got to throw a strike here.
Cannot fall behind, yeah.
Yeah, let's see if Hager's ready for it.
Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. That one looked like it might have been a little up and in, but that'll be called for a strike. 2-1 now is the count.
Yep, Papacek completely changed eye level right there from the bottom of the zone to the top. Good pitch.
Smart move there, yeah. Not the hitter you want to face with all these runners in scoring position is Hager. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be swung on and missed there. Nice fastball down and away. Caught Hager swinging.
Yeah, 4 straight fastballs from Papacek. Let's see how he tries to finish off this at bat. But that was definitely a great pitch right there.
That was a beauty right
Hager
there.
to swing and miss.
Yeah. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be down and in for a ball. As we're going to have another full count with 2 outs and bases loaded here in the bottom of the 5th. See, Papacek walked in a run earlier off a great at-bat by Cooper Mullins, so Hager's going to definitely try and pay it off in a similar manner.
Yep, back to the second straight full count.
Here's the 3-2. That one swung and missed by Hager as he chased that fastball up. Could not quite get there. And big strikeout there for Ethan Papacek to retire Hager and prevent any more runs from being scored as Michigan scores one in the bottom of the fifth to extend the lead to 7-5 as we head now to the top of the sixth.
Huge, huge, huge strikeout from Papacek right there. Dangerous situation, able to keep it in check. 7-5 game. After the Wolverines had the bases loaded there with no outs or 1 out, you got to be happy with that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, that's Papacek was battling. I know he walked in a run there and got Hager to full count, but he battled the whole way there. I mean, he fell down to Hager 2-0 in that last at bat, was able to battle back for a strikeout.
Yeah, just made a great pitch. Kept throwing that fastball. Able to get a great hitter out right there. So got a great game here going in the 6th inning, 4 innings to play.
Preston Barr now up pitching again for the Wolverines. He struck out the only 2 batters he faced last inning and some pretty lights out pitching through mostly fastballs, a couple breaking balls mixed in there. Was very efficient. We will see, though. I mean, the one thing to note here is that was a pretty extended break there. Obviously, he comes in off the bullpen, has a nice inning, but he was sitting for a while there as Michigan's offensive part of the fifth took a while. So we'll see how he comes out and starts this top of the sixth.
Yep, like you said, that was a long inning for the Wolverines. The Bowling Green decided to go to a pitching change, so Barr has been on the bench for a long time.
Yep.
Had a great 2 outs coming in that 5th inning. Let's see how he's feeling coming into the 6th. Yep.
When pitching to leadoff hitters, Preston Barr has an average against of 300, so Carter Motis will definitely be looking to try and jump on this first pitch here, or in this just first at-bat in general. Has a sac fly and also a single so far today.
Yeah, it was Motis who had that long at-bat in the 4th inning,
yeah,
which ended up leading to an RBI, which then extended the inning for the home run.
Yep. Sophomore here from Fulton, Ohio. And here's the 0-0 from Barr. Outside for ball 1. Fastball. He had 2 RBIs earlier in the season against Canisius. Has found consistent at-bats throughout the lineup. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled into the netting. As Preston Barr evens the count now at 1-1. Nobody out, nobody on base in the top of the 6th here at Ray Fisher Stadium. Here's the 1-1 from Barr. Fastball low and away, just barely missed the down and away corner. That'll be 2-1 now. Might have been a sinker there. And here's the 2-1 pitch from Barr. That's going to be fouled on again, this time out of play towards Yosai Serena. Carter Motis now, 2-2.
Barr,
you go.
Barr definitely have been attacking that outside part of the zone here. We've seen all 4 pitches, to be honest, both foul balls that went that way to the left.
Yeah, for sure. And here's the 2-2. That's going to be swung on and hit sharply down the left field line. Again, foul towards the dugout. Like you said, again, 5th pitch now on the outside of the plate. Interestingly enough, though, they are still shifted towards the right. Like Braden Jeffries is playing kind of in the gap between short and third base. You'd think with, how many outside pitches they're throwing to Motis, they might shade him over back a bit, but we'll see what happens on this pitch. Here's the 2-2. That breaking ball could not get it to break enough. That's upstairs. We'll have a full count.
Yeah, absolutely. You're correct on that call. They're throwing him outside, but yeah, at third base, Braden Jeffries is playing far from the bag. Same, even shortstop, playing closer to second base.
Here's the 3-2. That's going to be swung on, and as we were saying that, he grounds a ball to second base over there to Colby Turner. Colby Turner scoops it up nicely and makes the play.
Looks like it's Matt
Yep.
Ossenfort now
Yeah,
playing
Matt
first base for the
Alsonfort now playing
Wolverines.
first base for the Wolverines. The only defensive substitution so far. So they obviously they brought in Cooper Mullins to pitch hit for Ladahoff, and then brought in Alsonfort to now play first and bat in that spot.
Like we said, huge at bat there from Cooper Mullins, and now his day is over just like that.
Did a job though. And here's the 0-0 now to Scheiderer, as that's going to be in there for strike one, as we have one out now.
Another lefty that Barr is facing and once again attacking that outside part of the zone.
This time Jeffrey's a little bit closer to the bag, also in. He's close to the infield grass, maybe expecting a bunt here.
Yep.
Here's the 0-1. That's going to be swung on and hit to Drew Culbertson at short. He ranges in to make the play and throws over to Ossenfort at first and makes the out. So again, another ground ball out for Preston Barr, as he is clearly still rolling from last inning.
Yeah, that wasn't an easy play. It was a hard hit ball at shortstop, but Culbertson made it look pretty simple.
Culbertson kind of rounded around it, fielded it forehand off to his left. They're starting to teach it a little bit more, less about the kind of get in front of it and square up to the ground ball. A lot more guys are being taught now to kind of forehand these ground balls. Here's the 0-0 to Cooper McKenzie, the now in the game he's the catcher now for the Falcons, senior from Wheelersburg, Ohio.
Coming in for Lance Vickers, who had a decent day today.
Yep. It's the 1-0 to him, fouled towards the Michigan dugout. Yeah, going back to that Drew Culbertson, yeah, like a lot of these more modern coaches are teaching guys to kind of forehand and come around balls a little bit more. They find it to be a little bit more athletic and a little bit more fluid to make these plays rather than squaring up.
Definitely allows them to take that extra step on the throw.
And that breaking ball there from Preston Barr, nice swing and a miss, as we'll have a 1-2 count here with 2 outs.
Barr had 2 strikeouts last inning. We'll see if he can end this inning.
As that pitch is sent into right center field, right to Greg Pastos. He comes in to make the play, and that fastball, low and away, was hit pretty sharply there by McKenzie, but Greg Pace ranges in to make the catch. So we'll head to the bottom of the 6th now. Michigan up 7-5.
It looked like it might be another one of those bloop singles that Bowling Green has had a couple of, but Pace was easily able to drift in, make a nice catch on the run in the inning.
You know,
great job from Preston Barr right there.
I was just about to say it. A great job from Preston Barr, as we were talking about how maybe the fact that he was extended rest, he might not be able to pick up where he left off, but he did exactly that and got 3 straight outs for the Wolverines.
Now, going into the 6th inning, for the past, every inning so far, the Wolverines have been able to get batters on base. It's been 4 straight innings loading the bases up, so we'll see if they're able to continue putting that pressure on the Falcons. Maybe break this game open like they did in that 3rd inning before Bowling Green had a big 4th to make it close again.
Due up for the Wolverines is going to be Jusung Park, Josh Campbell, and Greg Pace, all 3 right-handers. Still on the mound for the Falcons is Papacek. They're playing a little game of musical chairs now out on the field. It was free admission today, so definitely some more families coming out. Decent amount of Bowling Green fans, as we're not too far away from there, so decent amount of family here in the stands.
Never hurts to see parents supporting their kids playing college baseball, any college sport for that matter.
Of course, it's awesome.
Lacrosse, soccer. It's good to see even the opponent fans traveling up, making a nice little trip to Ann Arbor, getting to watch a great baseball game today.
Yeah, they couldn't have chosen a worse weekend. Or couldn't have chosen a better weekend. There we go.
It's all good here, folks.
Yeah, it's lovely here.
Let's see. Got a 1v1 for the last musical chair.
It looks like the Bowling Green fan might have won that. Yeah, the Bowling Green players are erupting there. That might have been the Bowling Green fan that won the musical chairs there. Surge of energy now through the Falcons dugout.
Absolutely, just gave the Falcons a little jolt of energy.
That could be what they needed.
We'll see what Jusung Park has to say about that leading off this inning for the Wolverines if he starts how most of the innings have started with a base hit.
Yep, Jusung Park 1 for 2 on the day, 316. as that's going to be inside for ball one. He had a single in the second, a walk in the third, and then a strikeout in the fourth. 1-0. That's also going to be in there for ball two.
It looked like it caught the inside corner of the plate, but umpire did not call it a strike. Good take from Junsun Park.
And here's the 2-0 from Papacek. That's going to be upstairs, ball three. As Junsung Park working a good at bat here to open the bottom of the sixth.
Yeah, Papacek been struggling a little bit with control so far. We saw the last two at bats of the last inning get to 3 balls.
As that's going to be another walk for Papacek, as Junsung Park is able to work a 4-pitch walk there. A little bit of a smile there from Papacek. I think some of those calls he disagreed with. I thought some of those fastballs might have clipped the inside part, but obviously Michigan not going to complain. Junsung Park not going to complain, as any way you can get on base is helpful.
Yeah, good eye. Just barely missing right there on the left side of the plate, inside on Junsun Park, the righty. So we'll see how Papacek is able to bounce back
Yep.
after a leadoff walk. Never what you want to have, but
So it brings Josh Campbell. He's going to lay down a bunt straight forward. That's McKenzie's going to field at the catcher and retire Josh Campbell at first. That's his second sack bunt there of the game, in addition to that bases clearing 3 RBI double. So, Josh Campbell can do it all today as he advances Junsung Park to second base.
yep, I think that might actually be Bowling Green's actually it's their second time getting an out on a bunt. The first time was once again Josh Campbell, but advance the runner into scoring position. This runner on second with 1 out, you can't complain about that. A single now might score the runner.
Yep. And they'll bring up Greg Pace Jr. That 0-0 pitch in there for a strike. Little breaking ball there. Caught the outside half.
Seems like that off speed's been working a
Yeah.
little more under control than the fastball so
Yep.
far.
The sweeper caught the outside part. Here's the 0-1. That time a little bit too far outside with the sweeper, as well. A 1-1 count now. 1 out, runner on first for the Wolverines in the bottom of the sixth. Here's the 1-1. Greg Pace shows bunt, pulls back, and that'll be 2-1 now as that pitch also landed outside.
Great take from Pace right there.
For sure.
Squared up that bunt, but absolutely unbuntable pitch. Job.
Check comes set now. Greg Pace waits. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled straight back towards the press box over to our right. As Papacek now evens the count at 2-2. Greg Pace Jr.
See a single could score Park right here. We saw earlier he was able to score from first on a double.
As that breaking ball is going to be in there for strike 3. Caught the inside part of the plate. Started at his hip and broke across to get that strikeout looking.
Yep, just a great pitch from Papacek right there. The sweeper. It's been pretty good today.
Yeah. That's especially changing the location. He was starting that kind of in the middle of the play and ending up outside early in that bat. That time switched it up and started it almost behind Greg Pace and caught the inside part.
Yep. Just a pitch right there.
That's going to bring up Culbertson now. That 0-0 pitch in there for strike 1.
Once again, same pitcher, just got Pace looking. Sweeper starts very inside and just ends up right over the plate.
Especially from that sidearm delivery there. Here's the 0-1. That time could not get it to land. 1-1 now as that pitch misses down and in.
Yeah, sweeper might be why we saw Coach Tracy trying or putting Cooper Mullins the lefty in that pinch hit situation because the righties have been struggling a little bit so far.
Here's the 1-1. That's going to be lined up the middle, but right to the shortstop of Scheiderer. Got jammed a little bit there. And that'll be no runs in the bottom of the 6th for Michigan as we head to the top of the 7th.
As the quickest inning so far for Bowling Green defensively since that first inning. Just the one hit for the Wolverines is Junsun Park, and then they were able to do a good job. Papacek has been pitching well today.
Yes, he has. Has come in good out of relief. As Michigan's going to have another pitching change. I believe that might be Wyatt Novara. Let's see. Yes, Wyatt Novara a junior from Dexter, Michigan.
Close game here going in the 7th inning. Not much you could ask for as a fan more in this game. Been so many runners on base in scoring
Yep.
position, runners left on base, but also some timely hits for both teams. Been a competitive game. Wolverines going to want to pull it out if they hope to stay alive in the race
Yes.
for the
Yes,
NCAA
sir.
tournament.
Same defensive players for the Wolverines, just only the pitching change today. Or sorry, in this inning, I believe. Last season, 2025, White Navarro was the Big Ten Distinguished Scholar and Academic All Big Ten. He had 6 games played, 3 Ks, and 4.2 innings pitched. Has seen some time so far this season. Big left-handed pitcher. He's 6'3", 221. Uses his frame well.
It's gonna be Sam Seidel leading off for the Falcons. Last at bat, obviously went deep, big 3-run shot. That is the reason that this is such a close game. See what his approach is at the plate coming off of that.
Nice throw there by Noah Miller down to second base. Due up for the, I say you already was going over that, Sam Seidel, Andrew Ludovico, Anthony Mitta.
Not sure if there has been a single 3-up, 3-down inning so far today. It's been both teams just able to get the bat on the ball or draw a walk or a hit by pitch when needed.
As Navarro looks in now. Seidel waits. Here's the pitch. It's going to be upstairs for ball 1. And here's the 1-0 pitch from Navarro. That's going to be fastball inside for ball 2. Seidel quickly working ahead in this count. Again, like you said, had a 3-run shot in the 4th. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be in there. Slider for a strike. 2-1.
Good job to catch that outside part of the zone after getting down 2-0. Don't want to start the inning with the walk.
Yeah, really nice slider down and away. Good location. Nice frame there by Noah Miller, too. Here's the 2-1 pitch. That's fastball. Just barely missed the outside part of the plate. I thought that might have tagged it. As well, the 3-1 count on the way in a moment.
Yep, didn't miss by much. Maybe just a little outside. Good take from Seidel.
Here's the 3-1. That's going to be fastball swung on straight up the middle. Culbertson's there to make the play. He was playing the shift, and that'll retire Seidel.
Shout out to the Wolverines analytics and scouting team today.
Yes,
That
sir.
shift has been working out. I see. It seems like every time they're in that shift, the ball gets hit right.
They've stolen like 5 or 6 outs so far today off that shift.
Oh, yeah,
that time, Drew
absolutely.
Culbertson playing pretty much right behind second base. Any other normal defensive formation, that's an easy single there for Seidel.
Yep, but absolutely, that one went right to the glove.
Here's Andrew Delodovico. He's going to swing on the first pitch he sees and send it out to Greg Payson right for a 1-out single. Good inside-out approach there by Delodovico.
Yep, hard hit line drive.
Yep. He took. Why Navarro was kind of sending him outside. He took what he was given. He hit it where it was pitched and sent it out there to right.
Yep, just a good hit right there. It was a hard hit right between the second baseman Turner and Ossenford at first. Once again, another batter on.
Yep. And it's going to bring up Anthony Mita. Here's the first pitch to him, 0-0. And that's going to be down and away for ball 1. Again, Michigan in the shift again. Drew Culbertson behind second base, actually to the right of it. Braden Jeffries, the lone Michigan infielder, on the left side of the infield. And here's the 1-0 to Mita. It's going to be down in the dirt. Good block there by Noah Miller to prevent to prevent Ludovico from advancing.
Yeah, definitely a good block. Two straight pitches kind of in the dirt there for Navarra.
Yep. As Navarra comes set. Here's the 2-0. That's going to be another good block by Noah Miller. This time the runner goes. Attempted throw there by Noah Miller, kind of off balance. Was going to be a tough play to make, and Ludovico's in there safely at second. Good dirt ball read by the freshman.
Yeah, definitely a good decision to go there. I thought that it was going to be a little easier of a play than it was, but Miller wasn't able to set his feet. Kind of had to throw
Yep.
cross body. Good heads up play by Delodovico.
Anthony Mitta was hitting 479 over his last 13 games, but 0 for 3 today. Seems it was cooled off a little bit as the 3-0 pitch in there for a strike. 3-1. Fastball caught the bottom part of that plate. He's had four doubles and 3 home runs in that span. 10 multi-hit games. 1. That's going to be outside for a ball as Navarro walks that batter, and Falcons get back-to-back runners on base with 1 out.
Wild pitch proves to have no effect
Yep.
as it was already a 3-0 count anyways coming into that, so no harm there. Good job just keeping the ball in on the throw to second base from Miller to prevent the runner from getting to third.
Yep.
So Wolverines still going to be looking for a ground ball here. Hopefully inning-ending double play if they can.
Still some crazy shift going on. TJ Tackett comes up, 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the 0-0 pitch to him. That's going to be down and away for ball 1.
It's like Navarro has been missing in that outside spot a
Yeah,
couple times
I think
here today.
lefty pitcher. I think he's just holding on for a tad, like a fraction of a second too much, and pulling it away, yanking it into that right-hander's batter's box low.
Wolverines do have a little bit of action in that bullpen.
Yep.
Two guys throwing in there.
And we're having a quick mound visit right now, see if Navarra can gather himself.
Definitely want Navarra to get out of this inning. Not too much of a threat right now, just these runners on first and second with 2 outs, so the inning could end in 1 batter, but they could also take the lead in 1 swing.
I was going to say, got the go-ahead run at the plate and the tying run at first, so and only 1 out, so definitely threatening here.
Yeah, Bowling Green just having a good day at the plate,
Yes.
finding ways to get runners on.
That's the best way to put it. They're just finding ways to get on base. They're finding ways to produce runners and runs. As Navarro comes back on the mound now. And Tackett enters the box again. Takes a look over at second. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be down and away again. This time Noah Miller blocks it and gets away from him, and that's going to advance on a wild pitch / pass ball there. Falcons now have second and third runners on. 2-0 is the count now.
I mean, that's just a great base running play by Delodovico. The ball bounced towards the third base line, but he got a great jump and had a great slide in there. Miller wasn't even able to make a throw.
Yeah, no chance for him, unfortunately. As well, a 2-0 count now. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled by Tackett. 222 this season, batting average. Has 16 RBIs, looking to add maybe 2 more with runners in second and third here, only 1 out. Fly ball to the outfield would probably do it. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled into the Michigan bullpen, actually towards the batting cages, really. As Wyatt Navarro evens the count now at 2-2.
Yeah, great job from Navarro getting down 2-0 with those runners advancing to second and third. Couple good pitches in a row here. We'll see if he can end the at-bat.
See if we can get the payoff pitch. Navarro comes set. Kicks and delivers. They're gonna try and appeal to third base, and they're gonna say he did not go. Check swing on a breaking ball in the dirt. Michigan again really thought he went. They appealed down to the third base umpire, Josh McNally. He said he held back on that swing as well. Have a full count now. Runners in second and third, 1 out. Big spot.
Yeah, big call right there to give it to him that he held.
Here's the 3-2. That's going to be grounded right up the middle towards Culbertson and Turner. Turner's going to make a nice spinning throw on the grab and get Tackett out at first, but that's going to score 1 run as Delodovico comes home to score. Luckily, Anthony Mita stays at third.
Yeah, I mean, What a play from Kobe Turner at second
Oh,
base,
beautiful
having to
play.
come over. It looked like the Wolverines weren't in the shift that, or not as in a strong shift, so it would have been possible for Culbertson to maybe make the play as short coming to his
Yeah.
left, but
No, it was a tough play. It was like in between the both of them.
right, Turner was able to get it, make it throw across his body, just barely get the runner. Still an RBI there for Cats. Makes the score 1-run game.
Got 1-run game here in the top of the 7th. That's going to end Wyatt Navarro's day. As he has 0.2 innings pitched. Faced 4 batters. We have 2 outs now in the top of the 7th.
Big high pressure situation here for the reliever. Can't exactly tell who it is, but tying run is on third base. There are 2 outs, so it's very important to get this first batter. It's going to be a pinch batter, Alex Laird,
Yep.
for the Falcons.
It's going to be Gavin DeVoe on the. Yep. Gavin DeVoe on the mound for the Wolverines. He's been a big high leverage guy so far this season with Wolverines. Leads the team in saves. He's been kind of a closer. Played a lot of the closer role so far, but obviously with a little bit less depth today in the bullpen, just considering how many guys pitched yesterday, having to bring him a little bit earlier. But yeah, he's thrown his 28 innings pitched so far this season.
We saw him make a save earlier in the season against
Yes, we
Western
did.
Michigan. He's definitely a high leverage guy. I'm pretty sure in that game he came in the 8th inning with
Yes, he did.
2
Yeah,
outs
yeah,
in a
yeah.
situation like this.
Yep.
Able to get out of it.
And then, like you said, pinch hitter will be up for the Falcons up first, Alex Laird. He's hitting 227 in non-conference games. In a MAC play, he has 429 on base percentage. His profile is kind of like contact speed. He gets on base a decent amount. He's been an aggressive runner, so if he gets on base, look for stolen base. He's been 11 for 11 in stolen bases in a MAC play. And depending on the situation, he can be a pretty big threat. So definitely a good call, or a smart call, a little chess match here right now to go to him for pinch hitting.
Yep, it's gonna be this is a high leverage situation. It's gonna be a big battle.
Yeah.
One that might yet again we might be looking at in the 9th inning of this game after when the game ends and saying great at bat from Alex Laird, great job from Gavin DeVoe
Yeah.
to get this crucial out.
Couldn't could not have said it better myself. This is definitely something we're going to be looking back at the end of this game, no matter what the outcome is this at bat here. As again, runner on third base, and Michigan holds a 1-run lead, so this is huge. 2 outs for Gavin DeVoe. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Laird shows a bunt. He bunts it down the third base line. They're going to try and let it go foul, and that is such a heads-up play by Braden Jeffries and Gavin DeVoe there, as that bunt looked perfect. Falcons almost giving the Wolverines a little bit of their own medicine and doing a suicide squeeze, but they heads-up play there by Jeffries to let that go foul.
Absolutely, you said exactly what I was going to say. That bunt looked perfect. It looked like it was just going to slowly trickle down the third base line. DeVoe sprinted over to it. It looked like he was going to try and pick it up and throw. But great job for both.
Yeah, great heads-up play.
DeVoe and Jeffries let that one go foul. It was a pretty good bunt attempt right there. Just rolled foul.
Honestly, a perfect bunt attempt. That's always so demoralizing there for the hitter.
Right.
Put down a perfect bunt, and unfortunately it goes just foul.
Absolutely, I'm surprised Jeffries isn't creeping in a little bit after that first bunt attempt.
I'm surprised too. That's a good point. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be swung on deep into right field. Greg Pace goes back. It's not going to be deep enough, as he's going to have his feet in the warning track and make that play to retire Laird. And Bowling Green scores 1, but Michigan still holds a 7-6 lead as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Almost a scary sight there, as Bowling Green nearly tied it.
Good job by DeVoe. That's what his role has been.
Yes.
All season.
High leverage guy.
And good job making a good pitch. Pretty routine fly ball there. Greg Pace makes the easy catch, in the Wolverines hold on to this 1-run lead.
Yeah, that was cool to see that they were trying to give Michigan a little bit of their own medicine there by bunting in a run, but could not quite get it to go. As we're in the 7th inning stretch now. Stadium is kind of sparse, not a ton of fans here today.
A little surprised with there being no classes,
Yeah.
great weather. Fans who are here are lucky to see some great baseball.
Yes, sir. And we have a one-run ball game as we head into the bottom of the seventh. Pitching change here for the Falcons. On the mound now is Cade Arn. He has a win versus Tiffin, a save versus Western Carolina. He's had a bunch of bullpen appearances so far this season. He's a senior righty, pretty good late inning option. Attacks the zone a lot, and just like this situation, he's experienced in high leverage situations. So definitely a guy that is nice to have when you have a one-run ball game late.
Be facing the top of this Michigan order for their 5th at bats of the game. Pretty crazy. Been a lot of hits, but uh, past couple innings, Bowling Green has been doing a great job just getting out of these jams that they've gotten themselves into.
Yeah, exactly. Again, like we've said, Michigan has been threatening many times throughout this game, getting runners on base, and for as many innings as Michigan has scored, Bowling Green's also held them scoreless for just as many. So, Kadar looking to continue that. He's again senior, Bellefontaine, Ohio.
This game coming down to the last couple innings.
Yep.
Bowling Green just staying in it.
Yes,
See if
sir.
Michigan they're going to want to pull away. See if they're able to have a big 7th or 8th inning. Really put this away heading into that top of the 9th where anything can happen.
Yeah, Cade Arn, 14 innings pitched this season, 1 save. He's given up 13 earned runs overall. He's also given up 4 home runs, which is interesting. Looking at the rest of his numbers, he's given up 4 home runs and 5 doubles, so seems susceptible to some extra base hits, and no one better for the Michigan Wolverines to capitalize on that than Colby Turner. Here's the 0-0 to Turner, and that's going
Wow.
to hit him right on the back. That breaking ball backed up on him, and nowhere near the zone as Colby Turner's going to get on base the first pitch he sees.
Yeah, the breaking ball almost went behind him.
Yeah.
It broke into him. Something you rarely see. Cade Arn is a big strikeout guy. 21 strikeouts to only 6 walks on the season,
Yeah.
but
And only 4 hit by pitches too, so
yeah,
that's an anomaly right there.
you don't. That's not what they wanted, especially Kobe Turner with 9 stolen bases on the season.
Yeah.
See if the Wolverines end up sending him. I would not be surprised.
Or some sort of hit and run with Noah Miller. We know he's been putting the ball in play a lot today, as his first pitch that he sees is a ball down low, 1-0.
Corner of my eye, I thought Kobe Turner was
Yeah.
taking off stealing there, but he ended up staying at first.
Yeah, I think a hit and run here could be big because, yeah, he's been putting the ball in play a lot. As he swings it on that one, fouls it towards the parking lot as well, 1-1.
Sun is just beating down right now. Sure, the catchers. We already saw Bowling Green go to a substitution at catcher with Cooper McKenzie in there now.
Here's the 1-1. Colby Turner takes off, and looks like it might have been a hit and run there as Noah Miller swings and fouls that down the third base line.
Great call, Evan. As you said, thought a hit and run might be the play, and that's what they ran right there. Just uh, Miller was a little early on that one, sending a foul.
Good news for the Wolverines, though. Colby Turner got a great jump on that, so. As here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be swung on and missed by Noah Miller. Breaking ball down in the dirt. Caught him chasing. And that's going to be a strikeout for Cade Arn. Again, another guy that we see has a pretty high strikeout percentage for these Falcons.
That was a fantastic breaking ball. Got him chasing the dirt, and this is 22nd strikeout of the season. He's only pitched 14 innings.
Yeah.
So Bowling Green definitely. We haven't seen too many strikeouts today, but we know they have that.
Yep. They try to pick off Colby Turner at first, but he's in there safely. Up to bat for the Michigan Wolverines, Braden Jeffries, who's had a hit by pitch his most recent at bat. Before that was a single and then 2 outfield flyouts. 16 on the season. And here's the 0-0. That's going to be outside for ball 1.
Surprised that Kobe Turner has only taken off the one time they tried to do a hit and run. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him taking off soon.
I would agree. He's getting good leads and getting good secondaries off these pitches. Here's the 1-0 to Jeffries. That time faked the steal there. Started chopping a little bit as that breaking ball is going to be Again, down low for ball. 2-0 now is the count to Jeffries.
Yeah, Turner just fake stealing right there. Looked a little funny,
It
kind of
looked almost,
trying to fake running.
yeah, it was a comical almost. Again, does it again there as this third pitch is going to be another breaking ball down and in for ball 3.
I wonder if he's going to take off this time after showing a couple fakes. I would not be surprised whatsoever.
Yeah, and then also, down 3-0 in the count. If he walks him, gets the free bag anyway. Here's the 3-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. Fastball. 3-1 now.
That one, top of the zone at the letters. It looked like good pitch from Arn. Just get back in this count slowly.
As Arn comes set now. And Colby Turner takes off. That throw is going to be just barely in time, but Colby Turner is able to get there nicely. It was a close play. The throw was on it, but Colby Turner too quick. And that pitch was also called a strike, so we're going to have a full count for Braden Jeffries.
Good jump right there from Turner. We saw the fakes, and not a surprising result right there. He was able to get his 10th stolen base of the season. Now he has 10 home runs and 10 stolen bases.
Here's the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be hit line drive into shallow right center. They're going to send Colby Turner home. That throw's not going to be in time. They're actually going to throw it to second base to prevent Braden Jeffries from advancing to second. That's going to be an RBI single for Braden Jeffries. Nice at-bat for the kid.
Yep. I mean, just a great piece of hitting. Work the count to 3-0. Watch 2 go by to make it a full count, and then just a great line drive right over the shortstop's head. To bring in a run, just keep trying to give the Wolverines some padding heading into the 8th and 9th innings.
Yep. Now it's going to bring Matt Ossenfort up, who again replaced Ladahoff at first base. Matt Ossenfort has spent a decent amount of time at first base so far this season. Was probably the guy that started the season at first, as that first pitch is going to be in there for ball 1. 1 out. It's a transfer from NC State, and then before that, Vandy. He's experienced playing at very high-level baseball. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be outside for ball 2.
Braden Jeffries does have 9 attempts stealing on a season. He's reached successfully on 6 of them. Interesting to see if he'll maybe take off as well.
As that 2-0 pitch is going to be hit into the gap in right field. A nice ground ball single for Matt Ossenfort.
Yeah, great hit. Just kind of softly hit, but right in between the first and second baseman. Got 2 on now for Hager, who had a big game coming off a strikeout, but he was 2 for 2 with a walk before that.
Yeah, Evan Hager hitting 305, 367 with runners in scoring position.
Dangerous hitter.
20 RBIs on the season.
Yep, huge spot here for the Wolverines. I mean, it's just we've seen this inning after inning, getting a couple runners on base. In the 3rd inning and the 2nd inning, they capitalized. 5th inning, they tacked on a run, and then this 7th inning, they tacked on a run. Let's see if they can continue to build a cushion.
Yep. Cooper McKenzie out there talking to Cade Arn, trying to ease the nerves a little bit as Michigan threatening with runners on first and second, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th.
I'm sure Gavin DeVoe would greatly appreciate a 2-run double or a 3-run home run here from Evan Hager.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Michigan up 8-6 in this bottom of the 7th. As Hager steps in. Arn delivers. In there for strike 1. A sinker or a changeup there. Caught the bottom corner. As he comes set. Kicks and delivers. That breaking ball swung on and missed by Hager way out in front of it.
Yep, I was just about to say Hager was definitely out in front of that one.
Looks like he was looking fastball on that.
Absolutely, down early, 0-2 in the count now. Gonna need to put together a good piece of hitting.
Comes set. Hager waits. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's gonna be in the dirt for ball 1.
Way to lay off that one. Not a good pitch to hit at all. Pretty good idea from Arn there. You're up
0-2. Yeah, don't give him anything to hit, especially a hot hitter. No need to risk anything. And here's the 1-2 pitch. That's going to be swung on. Might get through the gap on the right side of the infield. Nice sliding play by Seidel to scoop it up, and he makes a beautiful throw and sliding play to retire Hager at first, but it's going to advance Austin Fort and Jeffries to second and third.
I mean, what a smooth play from Sam Seidel right there. He's done it all today. He's hit a home run and now a great
Yeah.
defensive play at second. Hager, a great runner. He even slid into first right there, still
Yeah.
able to get him out.
Yeah, Seidel kind of made a nice slide in the gap to retire him.
Right.
And now 2 outs here with runners on second and third. So obviously, as we're going to have another pinch hitting here, Jack Lafitte is now the freshman now hitting. But that's huge. I mean, you got runners on second and third and 2 outs now because now, pop fly in the outfield just ends the inning. It doesn't score a run.
Yeah, we've seen everyone who's pinch hit today. First, Cooper Mullins had that RBI walk, and then, although he wasn't pinch hitting, it was Austin Fort with a
And
single.
0-0 pitch to him is ball 1. Yeah, Jack Lafitte hitting 273 on the season. As he's hitting 500 with 2 outs, 375 at runners in scoring position. So big opportunity for the kid. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That's going to be in there. Fastball for a strike.
Lafitte had a strong start to the season. I think I remember
Yes, yeah.
on some of those trips out west, he
Yeah, it was
had
during
some big days.
during the spring break trip. He had 3 hits in the final versus Pepperdine. He had his first career start versus CSUN, in which he reached base 3 times, had an RBI. So that was kind of his breakout week. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be low and away for ball 2.
Good eye there. Huge spot with these 2 runners in scoring position.
Yep.
He's batting 375 so far this season, so this opportunity for sure for Lafitte.
And here's the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled down the line, as we'll have a 2-2 pitch on the way in a moment.
Just got there a tad early.
Yeah, Jack Lafitte is the guy that Michigan's going to want to have around for a while. Freshman from Pacific Palisades, California. He was a really productive hitter in high school at Harvard Westlake. Also hit 453 in the Mission League and earned all league honors. So definitely a good recruit coming out of high school, and they're going to want to have him here around for a while. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be swung on and driven into left field. That might get over the head of Katz, but he makes a nice recovery there. So the line drive hit hard. Katz, almost, I think he took a step in, actually, and that ball was decently over his head. Luckily for him, he was able to make the recovery and make a decently nice leaping grab, because that could have been trouble for the Falcons if that got over him. But we're going to head into the top of the 8th now. Michigan up 8-6 after scoring 1.
Yep, great game so far. Katz looked a little almost nonchalant out there in left field, but ended up making a pretty impressive catch. Could have gotten dangerous there.
Yeah, that was there. I mean, I thought off the bat that was hit pretty hard, and it was. And just from Katz's reaction, I was surprised that he wasn't, taking a couple. And the thing that they teach outfielders is first step back, and he kind of he took his first step in, and it almost came back to bite him. But luckily, he was able to recover well.
Yep, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better myself. But once again, Bowling Green just kind of escapes, only giving up 1 run there. They're lurking right now.
Yes, they're staying within reach. Lurking, that's a great way to put it. They are staying within reach of the Wolverines. I believe I see Brandon Mann warming up in the bullpen. He's thrown some high leverage innings as of late in this season. But for now, it'll still be Gavin DeVote.
Got occasionally some breeze blowing in here. It feels really good when it does. Just a great day, but it is getting a little hot up here in this press box.
Yeah, we got the sun beaming down on us, but I imagine out there in the stands it's beautiful. I mean, it's 75 degrees, probably a little bit of a breeze, nice and sunny. And what a view we have here from the press box in Ray Fisher Stadium. Can see the Big House, Chrysler, Carroll Hutchins Stadium over there. And obviously to our left, can't really see it, but Yost Ice Arena. Great location here.
Yep, great location, great day, and some good baseball being played. Can't complain. No classes today.
Yep.
So then, can't complain.
Beautiful throw down there by Noah Miller. Due up for the Falcons, it's going to be Vinny Salvioni, Carter Motis, and Griffin Scheiderer.
Yep, bottom 3 hitters of the lineup it would be great, just amazing for the Wolverines to go 1, 2, 3 right here. It would be the first time all day either team goes 1, 2, 3, and then stops it from the Falcons able to get back to that top of the order.
Vinny Salvioni 1 for 3 on the day with a single.
Struck
As,
out last at bat.
as the 0-0 pitch from DeVoe is down low for a ball. Yeah, struck out his last at bat, had a single in the 4th, and flew out to left field in the 2nd. 1-0 pitch hit sharply into left field. He kind of jumped him. Josh Campbell makes the play out there and left to get it in quickly to second base. Nice play to keep the runner at first as he pounced on that pitch and sent it down into the left field corner.
Oh yeah, that ball was just absolutely ripped. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, he turned on it fast.
Yeah.
Ball came in hard and left the bat pretty hard.
Yeah, it got out of there in a hurry.
Absolutely, but that was a good play right there from Josh Campbell in left field. He had to sprint over to grab it. He kind of did a 360.
Yeah, in the corner there. As that's going to bring up now Carter Motis. Runner on first base, no outs. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be fastball in there for a strike. Looks like kind of crossed up Noah Miller there, but still was able to secure the pitch for a strike. Motis 1 for 3 on the day as well with an RBI. Sorry, 1 for 2. He had a sack, so 1 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be in there for a strike. Gavin DeVoe quickly going ahead in this at-bat. Motis, again, the guy's got consistent at-bats. Sophomore outfielder. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be chopped foul territory near first base.
Definitely looking for a ground ball right here.
Yeah, ground ball would be lovely.
Absolutely huge.
No outs here. Runner on first. Michigan holds an 8-6 lead here in the top of the 8th.
We've seen Carter Motis work deep into some counts, having some nice foul balls. He just had his first one of this at bat here. We'll see if DeVoe is able to retire him.
And DeVoe delivers. That's going to be hit to Colby Turner at second. They're not going to be able to get the runner at second, so he opts to throw it to Matt Austinford at first, and that'll retire Motis, but move the runner to second base. Productive hitter.
Yeah, can't complain with an out if you're the Wolverines, but for Bowling Green, I mean, that's a good at bat.
Yeah.
Move the runner into scoring position.
Yeah, especially only down 2.
Absolutely. There's no shot that Colby Turner was going to be able to make an out at second base right there. So good play just to flip to first, get the sure out.
Yeah. No, it was too softly hit for him to make that play. Turn 2. So that brings up Scheiderer now. At first pitch of Scheiderer. They're going to say he check swing and did not go. Again, they appeal down to the third base umpire, Josh McNally. Crowd here at Ray Fisher's let him hear it a little bit. I thought he might have gone on that attempt on the breaking ball, but 1-0 is the count. 1 out, runner on second base. Here's the pitch from DeVoe. That breaking ball down low for ball 2.
Yeah, fans here definitely starting to make themselves heard by the umpires.
And then obviously right then the Falcons dugout responding a little bit too. So things are getting to get stressful here as we get late into this game and a close one.
Absolutely.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That breaking ball is going to catch the outside corner. Nice backdoor slider from DeVoe as it'll be 2-1 now.
Yep, just caught that outside edge.
As DeVoe comes set, takes a look at Salvioni at second. Here's the pitch. That backdoor slider again in there for a strike. 2-2. He's been loving that pitch to Scheiderer.
Like you said, 2 straight backdoor sliders just has Scheiderer off balance a little bit.
Interesting to see what he opts to go for on this 2-2 pitch. See if he changes the speed. And here's the pitch. That time, again, tried to go to the slider again. Nice block there by Noah Miller to prevent Salvioni from advancing. We'll have a full count now.
Yep, good job by Scheiderer to hold off on that one. Looks like he almost check swung again. That time, I mean, didn't need an appeal. He was able to hold off fully.
That was a clear one. For sure. As DeVoe comes set now. Takes a look at second. And he delivers. As that one's going to miss for ball 4 as he walks Scheiderer. And the Falcons will have runners on first and second with 1 out here in the top of the 8th as they're starting to lurk.
Yeah, don't love that walk there, but first base was open anyways.
Yeah,
It's
nothing
not
hurt. Nothing hurt.
it's not the end of the world. Other than that, now Cooper McKenzie, this pinch hitter, is the game or the lead taking run,
Yep. Yeah, he's the
the go ahead run.
yep. Flew out to right field his last at bat. There's the 0 to McKenzie. That's going to be a fastball in there for a strike. Caught the top part of the zone. Way to bounce back, Devote, after walking the previous batter.
Absolutely great pitch to start this at bat.
For,
Top, high and outside, top of the corner.
here's the 0-1. That slider missed just barely.
Just low right there. Wolverines wanted the call. Umpire didn't give it to him.
Will comes set now. One out, first and second. Here's the 1-1. That's going to be swung on and fouled straight back. McKenzie was on time, just a little tad under it. As Devote might try and get him off balance on this one now.
Absolutely big opportunity for a strikeout here. Also still kind of hoping for a ground ball.
Yeah.
Possibility of a double play. We'll see what the vote ends up giving him.
Yeah, middle infield is definitely playing double play death. Colby Turner and Culbertson are both playing a little bit deep. Here's the pitch. That's going to be just barely missed. That slider up and in.
Didn't miss by much.
No, did not miss by much. And again, the fans here, Ray Fisher, letting home plate umpire Mark and his wallet here as the vote comes set now for the 2-2. McKenzie waits. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss there. Fastball up and in. Beautiful pitch there by Devote there to throw it up near his hands. Huge strikeout.
Absolutely blew it by him. Great pitch after, could have got that previous pitch called for strike three. He was able to stay composed and
Yep.
throw one more in there.
As that's now going to bring up Sam Seidel, 1 for 4 on the day, but similar situation right now as that one hit that he's had today was a three-run shot with 2 outs, runners on first and second. The exact scenario right now. Here's the 0 to him, and that's going to be missed down and away for ball 1. So he's going to try and replicate his heroics from the 4th inning.
Yep, that's exactly what I would have said. I mean, runners on first and second. I'm not sure if they're on first and second and third. It doesn't matter. There's 2 runners on and 2 outs the last time Seidel was up like this, and
Yep.
he left the ballpark.
Here's the 1-0. That fastball's up and away. Yeah, he had 4 RBIs versus Ohio recently, 3 hits on 4 RBIs. And he also had a home run versus Ohio State, and that Ohio State game was the first time that a Bowling Green has won a Power Conference game since I believe it was 2022, 2023. So he has some experience playing up to Power Conference teams this season. As that 2-0 pitch is going to be in there for a strike. Fastball caught the top part of the zone.
Yeah, pumped that one in at 94 miles per hour, top of the zone.
Yep.
Just what a pitch there. That's the vote's fastest pitch of the day that I've noticed.
Yeah. Seidel, interesting enough, also, he's 50 stolen bases for Bowling Green. He's top 10 all time in their program. Here's the 2-1. That one's going to be fouled up straight back behind us. And that's going to be a 2-2 pitch now on the way soon from Devote. Huge leverage pitch here.
Absolutely. This would be a huge strikeout if he could get a second in a row for Devote.
2 outs, 2 runners on, 2-2. A lot of 2s. Devote comes set and delivers. That slider's going to catch the outside part of the zone, backdoored him, and that's going to be a backwards K for Sam Seidel as Gavin Devote gets out of a big jam in the top of the 8th. Michigan stays up 8-6 as we head to the bottom of the 8th.
I mean, what a pitch from Gavin Devote. That whole at bat, I mean, the 94-mile-an-hour fastball at the top of the zone for a strike, and then a backdoor slider outside. Are you kidding me?
I also love that, earlier in that inning, I mean, that slider on that inside to the right-handed batters, outside for left-handed batters. Umpire was not really calling that a lot, but he still trusted his ability to locate that pitch and went back to it and got that backwards K to end the inning. That's huge.
Absolutely, exactly what you needed there with 2 runners on. I mean, the possible lead-taking batter or runner at the plate, and he already left the yard once a day, and you just have probably one of your best at-bats of the season for for to vote, who's had plenty of high pressure at bats
Oh
today.
yeah. Oh yeah. Still on the mound for the Falcons, going to be Cade Arn. And due up for the Wolverines is going to be Josh Campbell, Greg Pace Jr., and Drew Culbertson. So a couple hits sprinkled out throughout those three. Josh Campbell, obviously the hero of the third inning, with that bases clear and double. He also has had a couple sack bunts.
And Greg Pace Jr., he had a bunt today as well. He might have had a bunt today. I'm not
He's
sure.
had some productive. He's moved some over with some pop flies
Yeah, sack fly. He had a sack fly
on
today.
some pop flies. He's had some runners tag up, so he's been productive too. So if Josh Campbell could get on base, maybe Greg Pace move him over, and then Drew Culbertson, who's 1 for 3 today with three. No, just 3 bunts today, 4 appearances. Yeah, Josh Campbell, freshman, he's been getting some quality playing time as of late. He was the #1 ranked outfielder in Michigan coming out of high school. He was a 354 career hitter. Also comes from a pretty athletic family, and we'll get into that in a second. Here's the 0-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. Yeah, Josh Campbell, his father, John Sr., played football at MSU. His brother, John Jr., played baseball at Boston College, and his brother Sanborn played baseball at Stanford. So very athletic family. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be grounded and chopped to the shortstop Scheider. He's going to have to come in to make the play, and he was able to throw it over to first base and retire Campbell.
Great play from Schreider. Had to charge that one for sure. Campbell was absolutely sprinting down
Yeah,
the
oh yeah,
line. Ended up making that a pretty close play.
yeah, Campbell's got some wheels, so he had to kind of charge in on that chopper, threw it on the run. Nice play. So we have 1 out now in the bottom of the 8th. Bring up Greg Pace Jr.
He's drawn a walk today and then also been hit. So and then once again he moved a runner over with a fly out to center.
Here's the 0-0. That one's going to be flared down the right field line, just foul into the Falcons dugout or the Falcons bullpen. 0-1 now. He waits for Cade Arn to deliver. And here's the 0-1. As that's going to hit him again. That's going to be the second hit by pitch for Greg Pace today. This time hit him close to the shoulder above the numbers there. So another productive day of getting on base for Greg Pace Jr.
Yeah, I mean, he's reached base 3 times.
Yeah. Already had an on base percentage of 363 and even more now. So
Yeah. I'm not sure how many times the Michigan batters have been hit today, but it's at least 5,
it
maybe
seemed
6.
like a lot. Yeah, it just seemed like a lot.
Yeah. I mean, both teams just finding ways to get on. We've
Yeah.
seen a lot of hit by pitches, walks, singles, errors, bunts.
Yep.
I mean, this game has had just about everything.
As that first pitch to Drew Culbertson is in there for a strike. Fastball on the outside part of the zone. Be 0-1 to him now. Greg Pace Jr. with a decent lead off of first base, and they opt to try and pick him off, but he's in there safely. Anthony mid up, snap down the tag, but it was not in time. Cade Arn comes set. Again, tries to pick off Greg Pace Jr., but could not get him.
I believe Greg Pace has stole a base earlier today. I can't remember.
Yes, he has.
Correctly,
He stole a base in the 5th inning. He's 10 on the season. And he takes off again, this time hit and run, fouled off by Drew Culbertson, straight back, and that'll send Greg Pace Jr. back to first base, but he got a great jump on that. A lot of hit and runs here so far today from the Wolverines.
Yeah, they've been super aggressive on the base pass. I mean, suicide squeezes, even tagging up on some flyouts. Definitely, they know how important this game is to win.
Yeah, for sure. As that's going to be dribbled to shortstop by Culbertson, and nice play by Scheider to retire Culbertson at first before he could get there, but that'll advance Greg Pace to second base.
Interestingly, it just went to first there. I'm not sure if they would have been able to get him at second.
I think it was a tough play. It was kind of a chopper to Scheider there at short. He was sprinting in, and Greg Pace is pretty fast, so I don't think he was going to be able to get him there.
Pace got a nice jump on that one, too. So now, I mean, big opportunity for Kobe Turner with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs.
Yep.
Just 1 for 3 today, but we know what type of season he's had.
Yeah.
This is his 6th at-bat.
450 with 2 outs, 426 with runners in scoring position, and 370 with runners on base. So big spot for Colby. Here's the 0-0 pitch. That's going to be down and away for ball one. Colby Turner, big utility guy. He's played all around this season. A little bit of outfield, a little bit of second base. Starting to settle in more to second base as the season goes on now. Here's the 1-0. That's going to be swung on, hit sharply down the third base line. Almost killed the third base coach.
Yeah, that one was ripped too. It was definitely early on that off-speed pitch. Fans sitting right behind the fence where it hit. I'm sure they jumped up a
Oh,
little
I'm
bit right
sure,
there.
yeah. 1-1 now with 2 outs. As Arn comes set. Disengages from the mound. Colby Turner Jr. from Huntington Beach, California. Again, seen action all over the field, but mostly in either right, left, or second. Here's the 1-1. That fastball is going to be low and away for ball two.
It's time. Bowling Green's dugout's time to chirp at the umpire a little bit. That one was pretty close.
As that's going to bring out Falcons head coach Cal Halleck. I think they're still going to keep Kate Arn in this at bat. They were looking over at the bullpen for a second. There's nobody actively throwing, but a couple guys out there who look like they might be ready to come into the game.
Seriously, don't believe that they would do a pitching change in the middle of the at bat,
especially against a hitter like Colby Turner.
Exactly.
That'd be tough.
Exactly. Just trying to calm the pitcher down after a close miss right there.
Yeah. As again, we're going to have 2 outs here. Runner on second. Michigan up 8-6 here in the bottom of the 8th. You're listening to WCBN Sports Radio. Colby Turner steps back in. Arn comes set. Turner waits. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on and fouled toward the Michigan dugout again. This time chopped on the ground.
Yeah, Turner once again early on an off speed there, sending it down that third base line.
And we'll have a 2-2 pitch here in a moment. This is a big pitch for both teams here. Here's the 2-2. That's going to be outside for ball 3. We'll have a full count.
Good discipline from Turner right there. That ball was way outside, but
3-2 pitch on the way in a moment here. Colby Turner steps back into the play, into the box. Pardon. Arn comes set. Here's the pitch. That's going to be swung on, hit sharply into left field by Colby Turner. They're going to send Greg Pace as left fielder TJ DeCatz collects. Throw is not in time into the infield, and Greg Pace scores from second off of that RBI single into left field from Colby Turner. Just as we were saying, there's no better guy to do it. He does it.
Yep, I mean, Pace didn't even get the best jump because it was in between the shortstop and the third baseman. He wasn't able to take off right away in case he got hit, but that pure speed is just,
yeah,
there was no catching
absolutely. I don't think there was any doubt in his mind, third base coach's mind, that they were going to send him.
Absolutely. I mean,
despite it being a pretty hard hit ball into shallow left field.
Just a great at bat from Colby Turner. Worked the count. It was
Absolutely.
a full count, and then a big clutch hit right there.
As first pitcher Noah Miller is fouled down the third base line. It's 0-1 count now. Turner 11 stolen bases on the season, 78.6%. Turner getting a big lead off of first. If Arden had delivered there, he was going to be almost a third of the way down to first base, and heads up from the Falcons dugout there to tell him to step off.
Yeah, that just reminded me of Greg Pace's steal where they tried to pick him off at first and he took off.
As this time, Noah Miller's going to rip one through the infield, and that's going to pick up his first hit of the day, as that's a hard hit ground ball through short and third base, and Noah Miller picks up his hit.
Second straight hit right into that left field, in between Strider and Salvione, the shortstop and third baseman. I mean, 2 outs. Wolverines starting to put together a little rally here.
Yep. Gonna have a pinch hitter for Noah Miller, understandably so. Let him take a little bit of a breather before he has to go back and catch again. It's gonna be Carson Luna out there running for him. Up to bat now for the Wolverines is Braden Jeffries. He's 2 for 4 on the day, 2 singles, an RBI, and a hit by pitch. And he's hitting 345 with 2 outs. So this part of the Michigan order is it's tough to get them out, especially in these high leverage situations. Here's the 0-0 to Jeffries. That fastball is going to be in there for a strike. Caught the outside part of the plate.
Yeah, looking at the results of these batters, everyone's been hit by a pitch today.
Yeah.
Colby Turner was hit. Jeffries was hit. Pace has been hit a couple times.
As that 0-1 pitch is fouled straight back. Nice bat play from Evan Hager.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
if you
saw
saw
that.
that.
Yeah, I did.
He picked up the foul ball with his bat and it was hitting him to
He was
himself.
juggling it.
Yeah,
It was pretty
juggling him.
smooth.
Yeah, it was smooth.
Don't usually catch things like that.
Yeah.
But
As Arn comes set now. And he takes a pickoff attempt over to Carson Luna at first base. It gets by the first baseman. That's going to send Colby Turner to third. He's going to hold up at third, Luna to second. And unfortunate error there by the Falcons. He's going to put 2 runners in scoring position now for Braden Jeffries with 2 outs.
I mean, you don't need to do that.
No.
If you're Bowling Green, he's not going anywhere. There's a runner on second.
I was just about to say, especially to the trail runner. I mean, Carson Luna was not leading by that much, and he's not at a threat to steal a base.
Exactly. 2 outs, 2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2 to Jeffries. That's going to be hit foul out of play towards the Michigan batting cages. And we'll do the 0-2 again. That changeup, he was on it.
Base hit now goes from scoring 1 to 2.
Yep.
It could be a huge mistake for the Falcons.
We will see what comes out of it if Cade Arn can bounce back from that. Here's the 0-2 pitch. That's going to be fouled straight back towards us. Ryan actually flinched a little bit because that ball might have caught over the net and was coming straight towards us.
Trying to look at the computer screen, see if I can pick up anything in the ball. Fouled back right at us.
Right as he looks up, just ball coming right towards him. As we'll do the 0-2 again here with 2 outs. Runners on second and third to Jeffries. Arn delivers. That's going to be hit sharply down the first base line. Nice grab by the first baseman, Anthony Midda. Prevents Jeffries from getting on base and prevents any more runs from scoring. Nice play to save 2 runs there.
Absolutely huge play from Midda. That ball was right down the line, bounced right over the bag, but he was playing perfect position for that. Now that gives Bowling Green a chance going into the 9th inning.
Yep. Yeah, Michigan up 9-6 here in the top of the 9th. Gavin DeVoe still on the mound for the Wolverines. They're going to try and see if he can get the close and the save for today's game. Again, the guy, he's been the closer for Michigan almost all season. High leverage guy. We got some other guys active and up in the bullpen if he gets into some trouble. But luckily, was able to tack on a run each in the past 2 innings for some insurance for Gavin. So Michigan up 9-6. Now catching instead of Noah Miller is Ellie Kligman. Kligman, his dad played baseball at Johns Hopkins and his uncle played at GW and Rice. So he comes from a big baseball family.
DeVoe going into his 3rd inning.
Yep.
He's pitched 1.1 so far. This would be a huge save for him coming in the 7th inning with the
it's not necessarily something he's used to.
Third, So this would be a pretty impressive outing from DeVoe. I mean, he's been doing it all year, as you've said, a big high pressure, high leverage guy. This would just be another fantastic outing.
Yeah, he's in his 1.1 so far today. He's given up 1 hit, no runs, only 1 walk. He's had 2 strikeouts, and he's faced 6 batters, so he's been decently efficient, too.
Absolutely, just pretty good so far, especially coming in that 7th inning with a runner, the tying runner in scoring position. So see if he can get these final 3 outs today.
Due up for the Falcons is going to be Andrew DeLodovico. He's 2 for 3 today, the freshman. After him, Anthony Mitta, 0 for 3 today, who made that nice play to end the 8th. And then TJ Takats, the left fielder. Gavin comes set. Here's the pitch. It's going to be fastball low and in for a strike.
Great start. Just,
Yep.
a crucial inning. DeVote's already thrown more pitches than he's used to. It's good to start off with a strike like that.
Definitely. Here's the 0-1. That one's going to be rocketed out to right field. Greg Pace going back on it. He's going to catch it near the warning track as he was camped under it nicely. That'll be the first out of the ninth, and Michigan is 2 outs away from a win here.
Yep, that's what you want to see if you're DeVote. I mean, 2 pitches, 1 out.
Yep.
Going into his second or third inning of action. Job, Greg Pace, nice routine fly ball.
I think a lot of people's heart jumped a little bit
Absolutely.
on that.
That one
ball
looked a little deep.
That ball was hit. It was pretty loud off the bat. Thought it had a chance of getting out there to right, but Greg Pace out there makes the play. Brings up Anthony Mitta, first baseman. Here's the 0-0. Fastball outside. She might have been a sinker outside. Can't quite tell. 1-0 now. Michigan playing with a pretty extreme shift again.
Absolutely. All these left-handed hitters.
Drew Culbertson to the right. Also playing in the outfield grass. Here's the 1-0. That one's going to be rocketed straight to Matt Ossenfort, and that's going to be the second out of the inning. 1 out away from a win here in Ann Arbor.
Yep, no worries so far for DeVote in this 9th inning. 4 pitches, 2 outs, some pretty routine plays. Ossenfort in good position for that one, just right to the glove.
Yeah, didn't have to move.
Yep.
Just bring his glove up. Now, TJ Takats, the left fielder. 1 for 4 on the day with an RBI and a walk.
Bowling Green's last opportunity.
Here's the 0-0. That's going to be in there for a strike. Sinker in there on the outside part. Welcome set. Let's wait. Here's the 0-1. That's going to be in there for a strike. Nice backdoor slider there. As they're going to now switch Braden Jeffries with Drew Culbertson. And it'll be Braden Jeffries now essentially playing the shortstop position, but in the second base positioning, as they're having such an extreme shift on. This is crazy to witness.
Not really a threat of a bunt because of 2 strikes, so.
0-2 pitch is fouled off straight back. Yeah, I mean, Colby Turner is playing deep in the outfield grass. Braden Jeffries, the third baseman, is playing to the right of second base in the outfield grass.
I mean, Takats could literally just bunt this ball down the right field line, but if it goes foul, the game is over.
Yeah, exactly.
It would be a pretty comical ending to the game.
As DeVote tries to get him with a backdoor slider there, but could not find the zone. 1-2 now. And Drew Culbertson playing almost like the normal shortstop position, but still squeezed towards second base and pretty deep in the outfield grass.
And then Braden Jeffries is playing like pretty typical second base, and they have Kobe Turner at super shallow right field.
Yeah. Here's the 1-2. That's going to be grounded softly to Colby Turner. That'll be an easy play for him as he flips it over to Matt Ossenfort. And Michigan is going to pick up a midweek win here in Ann Arbor against Bowling Green. 9-6, pardon. Michigan wins. Great outing for the Michigan Wolverines. A nice bounce back win after a loss yesterday. Keep their playoff hopes, NCAA Tournament hopes alive. Michigan wins 9-6 off of 11 hits, 1 error.
Yep, great win for the Wolverines. I mean, they were in control throughout the whole game. It got a little dicey after the 4th inning when Bowling Green put up 5. But, I mean, great hitting from the Wolverines. I think almost everyone probably reached base. And then Gavin DeVote just did a great job coming and shutting it down those last 2 innings.
Yeah, and it was a lot of multi-hit efforts. You had a couple guys with multiple hits: Colby Turner, Braden Jeffries, Evan Hager, all had 2 hits. Several guys with multiple RBIs: Colby Turner and Josh Campbell, Drew Culbertson, all with multiple RBIs. The win is going to go to Grant Bradley. Actually, no, I don't think the win's going to go to Grant Bradley. Grant Bradley was the starting pitcher. Pitched 4.1 innings, 6 hits, 5 runs.
I think the win goes to Bradley. They're up 6-5 when he left, and then cut the lead.
And key players for the Falcons: Sam Seidel, obviously, 3-run home run. Vinny Salvioni, Andrew DeLodovico both went 2 for 4. Um, for you, who would you say was your player of the game for both teams?
For Michigan, I'm going to go two. I'm going to go, obviously, Gavin DeVoe coming in that seventh inning, getting a crucial out, and then those two, the eighth and ninth inning, there was not much stress. And then Drew Culbertson, just 1 for 4, 2 RBIs, but he had 3 just beautiful sacrifice
Yeah.
bunts.
Oh
He
yeah.
reached on all of those.
Yeah, I was gonna say for mine, I'm gonna go Colby Turner. I mean, he went 2 for 4 on the day, brings his average up to 400 on the season at 2 RBIs. Um, and then I think for the Falcons, I'm gonna go Sam Seidel. Obviously, that 3-run home run with 2 outs kind of changed the game. They weren't ever able to tie or regain the lead after that, but it flipped the game on its head almost and put them in a position to win.
Yep, exactly. We were talking about a potential mercy, and they
Yeah,
dropped 5 runs that
exactly,
exact inning. So,
exactly.
I mean, valiant effort from Bowling Green. They got into a lot of jams. They got out of most of those jams decently. I mean, they hit well. They got a lot of runners on base.
Yep,
Michigan was a better team today.
yep.
Getting some good momentum heading in the final stretch of the season.
Yeah, just like you said, going into the final stretch of the season, Michigan this weekend will be hosting University of Washington here at Ray Fisher Stadium. WCBN Radio, we will have coverage of that, so definitely tune in if you would like to see some more Michigan baseball. That's about going to do it for us here in Ann Arbor. It was a pleasure listening to you guys. It was a pleasure broadcasting with you. I'm Evan Anderson. That was Ryan Murphy. We're going to leave you how we always leave you guys with a good night and a go blue. Bang. 105 views.